always like to say, may I have some curry poupon? I didn't even have a line. I'm getting really bad about that. There we go. Turn on that light. You can actually see my face. Welcome everyone to Off the Grid. Hello, there we go. We're back. This has been a representation of my weekend. Whatever could go wrong has gone wrong. Welcome everyone to Off the Grid. Every couple of Sundays, or a couple Sundays every month, we get together and watch forgotten television. No, that's the WW Deep Cuts line. I don't even know which show I'm hosting. We're gonna watch some weird stuff. We always watch weird stuff on Off the Grid, but especially tonight, we're gonna go to Las Vegas here in a second for WWA's The Revolution. There are so many folks on both Twitch and YouTube tonight. I'm glad to have all of you here with me. If I don't give you a direct shout out, just know that I've noticed you. You are here and you are loved. Again tonight, World Wrestling All-Stars, as my dog's about to bark in the background because he doesn't want me to watch this show. Before we get into all this, because we really need to get going. We're going to be going well past, probably almost close to 11 o'clock tonight Eastern. So I do want to share with you all before we start. We finally hit 1,000 plus Twitch followers. Thus, next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch only. I can't stream it on YouTube, or else I'd lose my channel. So Twitch, next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna watch Ready to Rumble. All of us together. We're gonna do it. Also tonight, and I'll be putting it up as we're watching, because I just got the QR codes ready. As some of you have brought up in the chat, we've had kind of a rough weekend. So, I normally don't beg for subs or super chats or anything like that. Tonight I'm going to put up a virtual tip jar, couple QR codes. You don't have to if you don't have the means or don't want to. That's fine. This is all for free. This is all because I love you all. But if you can, that'd be awesome. So I'm gonna put those up here as we're watching the show tonight. I don't even have them up yet, so I have to kind of work on that while we're watching. But let's get in to WWA The Revolution. Let's go. Let me scooch over a little bit here. Scooch it over. The audio is down for the first couple of minutes because Tantric is playing Revolution. And I don't want this getting taken off of YouTube, because they will totally do that. So we're gonna watch Tantric. If you don't know the band Tantric, I don't want that big. Let's shrink that a bit. Let's shrink that just a bit. That is the PayPal QR code if you are so inclined. If not, again, I'm not offended. We're doing all this on the fly. If you know the band Days of the New, this is that band with a lead singer named Hugo from, I believe, Portugal? I believe is where he's from. Shout out to whoever just threw me a follow. Could not see it. I've got it hidden. I really should unhide it. Where is the other thing? There we go. Let's get that way smaller. There. Don't want these being all big and ugly looking. Is it still playing? It's starting with a video package by having the camera operator shoot at a screen. Steiner, who is, I don't believe he's there. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, David. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you. You've made my night. Alright, just finalizing one last thing here. There we go. Put that there. That's not showing up. So this is just a video of all the other tours. Oh, I gotta mute it again. Okay, no. All right. So this is ripped from like whatever weird like European DVD they released of the pay-per-view. Hence why it's not VHS quality. It's just really shitty like 2005 real video quality. Nope, still not. Tantric. It's one of those not one of those Pearl Jam ripoff bands, but one of those.
We are live from Las
bands,
Vegas, Nevada, for the revolution of the world.
Read the Christian rock version of Pearl Jam, but it's one of those bands that does that thing that like Eddie Vedder does naturally with his voice, that, like every other rock singer for like a decade ripped off.
Certainly a night of explosive action. Getting underway with six.
It's not like a southern drawl necessarily.
Wrestling All-Stars Revolution. Let's take it down to
but it's like a 0.5.
Tom Treber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a six-man Cruiserweight Survival Elimination match.
Six-way Cruiserweight Survival Elimination match.
215 pounds and hailing from Toms River, New Jersey, here is Nova. And weighing in at 170 pounds and coming to us from Brooklyn, New York, here is Loki. Weighing in at 180
I
pounds
remember
and hailing from 20,000
following along with
leagues
Pro Wrestling
under the
Torch
sea. Here is
live results for this show.
Weighing in at 202
or it was the Observer, because Meltzer was the one recapping it,
and
and
Styles.
because Nova was drinking a little coffee there, Meltzer was like, "Oh, he's doing a businessman gimmick now," and it's like, no, he just brought his coffee out from the back. This show was filmed, what casino in,
Los Angeles, California.
not the Luxor, was it? One of the casinos out there, not the MGM, not
all right,
not
we
the
are off and
Luxor.
running for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Like one of the bigger
Revolution.
casinos in
Jeremy
Vegas.
Borash, along with Mark Madden. We are
So we're starting off
with
with the guys that headlined every like indie from this era.
Let's get this thing going. Come on.
And Mark Madden, we are
And
off
yes,
and
the
running
referee
with
is
two of the
mic'd.
greatest
That will
cruiserweights
absolutely
in
not
the
bite
ring
them
right
in the
now
ass later
with
on.
AJ Styles and Tony Mamalu.
Jeremy Borash, 6 wrestlers enter this match.
This,
relative
I believe, is
unknowns.
AJ Styles'
One leaves the
pay-per-view
ring as a
debut.
star. It's the first pay-per-view for all 6. For the winner, it's not going to be the last.
This is a cruiserweight survival match, meaning pinfalls will.
That's right, Susanna. This was the day after the
What about DQs?
first
Connor?
ever show
It's all
of Ring
according
of
to a
Honor.
referee. Slick Johnson has to
Murphy
say,
Rec
look at
Center
AJ
in
Styles, look
Philly.
at Mamalu.
Jonathan looked
Of
it
course,
up.
AJ
Aladdin
Styles,
Casino
who
in
is,
Paradise,
certainly
Nevada.
no stranger to those
Very
in
much
the
a wrestling
southern
thing
areas
to
of the
have a
United
show in
States of
quote
America.
Las Vegas.
Tony
and
Mamaluke, of course,
then
a
not
former
really being
paisan
Vegas.
with a company you and I used to work for.
Tony Mamaluke, I heard he got thrown off The Sopranos for being too
Very,
violent.
I'm
I think
jealous,
that speaks for
Bub, that
itself.
you were there for the
AJ
first Ring of
Styles,
Honor
a Don
show.
homeboy from Georgia. He's living his dream, Jeremy. And if he wins this match, he can dream a whole lot bigger.
Well, he certainly is looking to
Yeah,
make
it's an
impression,
elimination
as
match.
on all 6 of these
After a
individuals.
testy kill.
And already, look at that,
on YouTube.
Mamaluke
It is an
bleeding
elimination
from the nose.
6-way match.
As the
Got,
punishment dealt out by AJ Styles. Look at this. Oh,
Ooh.
right over.
Old
Mamaluke lands on his
Tony
feet, catches
Mamaluke.
AJ Styles.
Oh,
Right on his back
jeez.
and looking to bridge
Oh,
now.
German suplex right on
The
AJ's
action real
shoulder.
intense already. These cruiserweights know how to go. WWA.
Got Jeremy Borash and Mark Madden
Cruiserweights, Jeremy.
in
Before the night's
commentary.
over, all the top
The
cruiserweights
who's
that aren't
who
here
of who was
are going to
available.
want to come here.
Well, Shark Boy certainly.
That sounds harsh. I love
from the
German.
deep blue sea.
I already bites
Yeah, so,
people on the ass. What do you know about that?
AJ was
I've heard
not
such
on the
things,
first
and
Ring of Honor show.
Whether or not he does that in the ring or not, I guess
Low-key
we'll have
and
to see.
Daniels were.
There's a drop kick by Shark Boy. Shark Boy takes it to Mama Luke with a chop. The Aladdin here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the home of the very first pay-per-view from the World Wrestling All-Stars in the United States of America.
Oh, Shark Boy, you don't have to do that. You have a gimmick.
On the outside, drinking a cup of water is Nova.
That's his new professional attitude.
PK
He's no longer
Bomber,
a
thank you for
cartoon
the
character.
follow.
It's very businesslike. Maybe
I need
that's
to
coffee. Maybe he's on a
unhide.
coffee break, Jeremy.
He may be. Look at that. Oh, atomic drop
Throw
to
that
Mama
over
Luke.
here.
Wait a minute. No, there it is.
Oh, he's
Running out of
biting him
room.
on the ass. The hooker charged me $15 for that last night here in
Oh,
Vegas, Jeremy.
God,
She
Mark
gave you $10
Madden.
and
Why are
change.
we
I'd
saying
rather
these
not
things
comment
like
on that.
Look at that.
Tony Mama
Neckbreaker by
Luke
Shark Boy.
completely
Down goes Mama
changed
Luke.
his
Here's
style
another
after
one,
ECW.
two.
To answer,
Can't
you
do.
know you
Not enough to
stick
pin.
it.
Tony Mama Luke, who makes
became-
the tag now
he
to
was a-
Low Key.
he was trained
Look
by
out,
Dean
Low Key,
Malenko.
who is so quick, who is so fast. Takes an atomic drop from Shark Boy. Oh, not so fast.
Not so easy to bite Low Key on the ass, I'll tell you that right now.
Low Key, certainly.
He's mocking Shark Boy's gimmick. Oh, and I bet that's not for the first time either.
Vicious chops by Low Key.
Get it? Because
Now,
Low
keep in
Key's an
mind, at any
asshole.
point, anyone can tag in. It's an elimination match. There's a drop kick.
Yeah, Mama
The
Luke
Fallen
stopped
Angel, Christopher
doing
Daniels
the
tagged in.
crazy
Christopher
bumps
Daniels,
after ECW.
certainly one of the top, if not the top-rated athlete on the independent scene now with the World Wrestling All-Stars. Oh, there's a vicious chop. And again, by Low Key. A third. To the Fallen
Like, he
Angel,
might have taken
Christopher
some of
Daniels.
those early
Ducks the
TNA shows,
clothesline.
but he
Low Key.
definitely wasn't doing
Vicious
that
chop
stuff
of his
on
own.
They don't call him Low Key for anything. He's very
God, that
quietly intense.
screen.
He's very
Why?
organized
Why
in there.
wasn't on?
Christopher
Why are we
Daniels got
on
a little
that video?
excited. Low Key took advantage.
Unbelievable
Oh,
kick
geez.
by Low Key. Low Key implements a form of martial arts into his
A
high-flying
form of martial arts.
offensive regimen. Oh, Nova now.
He spilled his coffee.
I don't believe WWE ever tried to get
spilled
it.
his
They
coffee.
were
Nova
they were
probably
based
the
out of
veteran
Australia.
Of the group, I'm going to say with the most
Like Andrew
experience on a
McMahon as the
national
promoter had all the
level.
But like I said,
connections
he's not
over
a
there. Didn't
cartoon
really have a
character
whole lot
anymore,
going on
Jeremy.
here in America.
No longer a cartoon character.
Nova
So I don't
very well
think
built.
he ever
He's a
actually made
serious
an effort
businessman, a fine technical wrestler.
Down goes for Daniels.
to
Over
get
the top.
anything going.
Big leapfrog by the Fallen Angel. Arm drag takedown. And Christopher Daniels. One of his own from
Morgan,
Nova.
did Shark Boy ever have lava
Look out,
girls as
over the
Miss
top rope.
Elizabeth? No. But he did make
it's
like
Nova now, on the
millions of
outside.
dollars from suing the production
Look at
company.
these. High-flying cruiserweights from the World Wrestling
And that's why he
All-Stars.
disappeared
Oh,
like
right to the face.
12,
They're all
13
good
years
at
ago
offense,
and
they're
only
all
comes
good at
around for
defense,
like
too. It takes
cameos
move,
now.
move.
Is,
The sequence to break through with some real offense to do some real damage.
Is because
Now
he
tagged
has
in.
a lot of money.
Once again, Low Key.
And he won from
Double
the
suplex
loss.
coming up from the team of Nova and Low Key. Now it's every man for himself.
Yes, Daphne
Little
was
double
Shark
third
Girl
buster there by
on
Low
the
Key
Indies for a
and
bit.
Nova. It's not really every man for himself. Those two just teamed up on poor Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel.
Well, it's every man for himself in a survival match. Every man
A survival
will be
match sounds
eliminated
a
until
lot
there
more
is one
dramatic
survivor
than
left.
it
Low
is.
Key now from the top. Rather the second rope, a springboard into one of those vicious kicks from Low Key. Crowd here in Las Vegas.
Brian.
Very
Shark White,
supportive.
a ton of medical debt too. Dr. Fishman got him
Gotta
out
cover
of
the
that
man, no
coma.
posture for
That's
the crowd,
right.
son. That's why you're still
Came
trying
out
to
and
get
started
someplace.
talking with a southern drawl. He started
Here comes
talking
Tony
like how the
Mama
dude
Luke.
from
He was
Tantric
busted open like 3
sings.
seconds in. Big
Ooh.
suplex. He's ready to do some busting open himself, Jeremy.
Mama Luke is known as one of the men who in this business really has no fear, isn't afraid to go that extra mile, to do something crazy,
Oh.
take that extra advantage. And his face is a bloody mess.
How'd that happen?
I'm not sure.
Did
Obviously.
that happen backstage?
What is this? Shark Boy. Oh,
Oh geez, oh geez, oh!
look at the innovation.
That's gotta be awesome.
I forget who. Somebody in the
Mama Luke.
chat
Here's a
brought it
cover.
up
No
at
tag.
the beginning
No
of
tag.
the
Oh, Slick John says a tag. Good referee.
at the beginning of the match. How it kind said an echo. I tried to read some of like the live results from the time
Blank
before we
piece.
went
He's a Shark Boy
live.
now.
And
There's Mama Luke. The
at least
tag was
one of the
made to
reports,
Fallen
somebody in the
Angel,
building
Christopher
said you
Daniels,
could not
who was
hear
still on the outside.
the ring announcer.
Apparently Mark Johnson didn't
So
see
there
that
are
tag.
like people that were in the
Back out to
casinos
Reno.
that got these tickets for
Shark Boy.
free,
Shark Boy to
have
the
no
floor.
idea who
Wait,
any
not
of
so
these
fast.
guys
Mama Luke out
are.
of the way. Shark Boy doesn't do it. Here comes Christopher Daniels. Oh,
Oh geez, oh
and
geez.
his head connected with that barrier at ringside.
Oh, we're gonna do dives now.
Mama Luke got the back of his head.
This is
rammed
probably
right
the
to
most
guardrail. Now
effort you'll
back
see
in the
on
ring.
this
It's
show.
AJ Styles.
And now we're just throwing guys out in the
Shark Boy
crowd.
goes in the crowd.
AJ Styles and Nova in the
I
ring.
do
Meanwhile,
remember
it's
that
Mama Luke.
ring word on
Mama Luke
YouTube
is
when
on top of the
Low Key
round.
wrestled
They're now in
Atu
the crowd. Mama Luke
at Evolve.
Takes things out to the crowd. They are 3 rows deep. Meanwhile, in the ring, it's Nova and AJ
It's
Styles.
Nova. What was that?
Delivering right hands to Nova.
Oh, I thought he was gonna do a
The
cat
action fast
crusher.
and furious. It's
Be
going
like
between the
poetic
ring
justice.
and the outside. Everybody's banged up to some extent.
Yeah, Suzanne.
Jeremy,
Well,
the match
they
is only a
spent
few minutes
so
old.
much money
Well, certainly
on
all
that
6
set,
men know what's at
and
stake
then just
here
put
in
like
this
2
contest. All
lights
6
up
men
above the
realize
ring.
that the world is watching.
And Hart
With a
Cam's like a
modified
football
STF, it looks
field
like, but
away.
AJ Styles in the ring. But now Mama Luke rolls in and forces a break.
Truck going on the top rope.
Those high rollers do their gambling embarrassment.
Mama Luke, who takes a beating better than
That's
anybody,
right.
yet still persists to continue.
They mic'd the
No,
they
that is
mic'd
2.
the ring and the
I thought it was
referee.
3.
Referee Slick Johnson rules it was a 2 count. Not enough to take out Mama Luke. One tough Paisan, don't mind telling you. Here comes Shark Boy into the corner.
Yeah, Vegas doesn't look
You call him
fun.
a spaghetti bender when we're off the
I
air.
don't think I'll ever get. Oh,
Beautiful move by Shark Boy. Here's a cover.
Diamond Dust.
Makes the tag again. Good officiating by Slick Johnson, calling it like he sees it. Wait a minute, low key, low key.
Low key. Oh, okay.
By low
I
key.
think Trick
He's
will
like a
get his
very
hand up.
violent
Good.
cheerleader with that cartwheel into a kick.
There we go. First elimination. We're like 10 minutes into this match.
Down, but what an impressive effort nonetheless.
Hey,
I don't
got
even
paid
think
15
our
on the ass. That's a full day for a guy like
pay-per-view
Shark Boy.
provider like
Too bad, Shark Boy.
had this
He's
as an
not a man, he's
option.
a fish. And certainly not a victor here tonight, but a very, very good effort nonetheless by Shark Boy. Here's AJ Styles. Here's low key.
Yeah,
Catching each other's
AJ
kicks. AJ
did not
Styles.
wrestle in the first Ring of
Takes
Honor
down
show,
low key.
despite what a lot of people think.
I've been impressed with AJ Styles since the very first time I saw him NWA Wildside
He
in
debuted on the
Georgia.
second
Certainly
one against Low
since
Key.
then has been looked at by all major promotions.
He's
in
my
the world.
favorite coming in. What do you think? He's the guy. A lot of
And now
promotions
Low
are
Key's
looking
gonna
at him. He's got a
fight
lot of
from the
experience.
bottom.
His style is very varied. To me, AJ Styles, a very slight favorite.
And the commentators have no
But
idea
certainly
what
you
he's
have
doing.
to wonder what strategy will be
I'm sure
implemented as
Meltzer
the men are
owns, like,
eliminated as the countdown
Jiu-Jitsu,
continues. It's
MMA,
Survival here kicking out the
woo.
revolution of the World Wrestling
Oh,
All-Stars with that bloody
jeez.
face. Mama Luke's
That's
face busted
nasty.
open. And AJ Styles now going to work on low key. Rather low key meets AJ Styles. How quick, how fast is he with those
Oh.
feet? Look at
Little double kick to the quad there. AJ Styles can't even regain his feet.
low key. Measuring.
Oh.
Good Lord. Check that man for a face.
I got hit in the forehead with a molar. He kicked his teeth right off my head.
Maybe we
One,
could do an old
two,
Wildside
and-
show one of
Oh,
these days.
AJ
The thing with
Styles
Wildside
Somehow
is I hold it in such
is
high
able to kick
regard
out
that like a lot of these shows is just like
the
making
untamed
fun of
arsenal
weird
of low
shit,
key here from the Aladdin
like,
Resort and
and
Casino
bad stuff.
in Las Vegas,
And,
Nevada.
like, there's a lot of
Live
Wildside that's
for the World
most of
Wrestling
the
All-Stars.
Wildside
AJ
good.
Styles firing back to
Even
low
the
key.
bad stuff like I like.
Low key
I
down
don't
to the
know,
ropes,
maybe.
ducks the clothesline. Ducks the clothesline again from AJ Styles. They meet in the middle.
They took out each other's rib cages. A double flying body press. Both men tag out. It's Mama Luke and
Yeah,
Fallen
Wildside
Angel
was
Christopher
great.
Daniels now.
Daniels certainly a
And
short but
honestly,
very impressive stint in World Championship
Mama
Wrestling.
Luke
Certainly,
working for Bill Behrens and Wildside
politics
is
of-
more likely how he got this
Here on the air, but
gig
certainly Christopher
than
Daniels,
the ECW.
if not one of the most favored wrestlers in the world today to be the next big star, the next big star.
Oh.
And certainly, there is a great reason
There's just so
why he
much
takes down Mama Luke.
distracting here.
That was kind of a reverse
Like,
Russian leg
yeah, I
sweep.
know that the Raw's
Or something.
War set had
Mama
like the
Luke now.
screens and
You
the
see the blood
Titantron
covering the
played
ring.
the
That
match
is
during the show and
from
the
the
side
face.
screens. That
Mama
thing
Luke.
was
That
half
could
a
be tomato sauce. Maybe
half
just
a
ate
arena,
before
half
the
an
match.
arena away.
Ducks under.
Whereas
And
this,
instead, AJ
the
Styles
screens are
now.
right there by the ring.
Christopher Daniels on the top rope. And Tony Mama Luke meets him in the middle. Here we go. From the top rope. High risk maneuver coming up.
Exactly.
From
This,
Tony
no
Mama
Rosh
Luke. Right in
fans
the
for
back of
us,
his head.
Suzanne.
Well, on the back of Mama Luke's head too, Jeremy. Mama Luke gave out punishment, but he took just as much. He can barely struggle over. Can he get a pinfall attempt here? Here's
could
the
do it.
cover.
And Christopher Daniels somehow finds his way out.
What
Yeah, Mama
fantastic
Luke is
action, Jeremy.
leaking.
Only $19.95 for this pay-per-view. I paid $1,500 for a 6-way at the Chicken Ranch last night.
Chicken Ranch.
Yeah, Wildside was around
Sabu,
well
limited with some
over.
spices. What is that?
If you
No, it
count
is.
the
Oh,
NCW
yeah,
run,
that
it
should
went
do
from
it.
like
There it is,
97
Christopher
through
Daniels.
2005.
Taking out Tony Mama Luke with the Angel's Wings, makes the tag to AJ Styles, looking to put the finishing touches.
Like, I
Looking
don't know
eliminate
where to
one more
look
man. What
when
is
they
this?
cut to
AJ
that
Styles. AJ Styles has Mama Luke.
Yeah, Mama,
This looks
yeah,
very
Mark Madden
dangerous.
keeps referencing
Dear God.
prostitution,
That
which
would
I
be
guess
the
is his
Styles
thing
Clash, and I
on
think that's
Pittsburgh
gonna do
radio. one of his gimmicks is just very proud patron of prostitutes. Which, I mean, good for you. If that's your bag, man, awesome.
From the
Sex
World
work is
Wrestling
work.
All-Stars, it's Nova now. Going to work on AJ Styles.
Nova, very businesslike, not a cartoon character anymore. He's here to win, and he's here to show what he's got on
He's
pay-per-view.
very
Here's a cover.
business-like.
1-2. Not enough to pin AJ Styles. Nova certainly looking to make an impression here. It's been over a
And his
year since he was
khakis
last
that
on
are
pay-per-view, and certainly
supposed to be a
after
gimmick
the
of some sort,
trials
but
and
he's
tribulations
business.
he's gone through in his career, nice to see him back on pay-per-view. Certainly
One knee
looking
for
to make
each
an impression,
nut.
and in a big way. Wait a minute, blocks that from Daniels. Now goes to work on AJ Styles.
Hello, Juan, with a bunch of numbers. Welcome to the
And a
Twitch
drop
chat.
kick that connects by Christopher Daniels to AJ Styles, who makes it the key to the tag to low key. Easy for me to say. Low key now in. Snap mare. Oh, come on.
Oh, kick him right in the kidney.
Would have had Loki kicking for the Steelers. We might have got to that Super Bowl yet, Jeremy.
Don't hold your breath on that one. That's not to say anything about low key. It's something about your Steelers.
Easy.
Low key now. Reversal from Daniels.
And Jay will go somewhere as long as it doesn't have a curve.
Up now. What is this? Look at this. Spinning maneuver by Daniels. Very impressive.
Stan Stansky and Arthur
Well, no, I don't know if it was too impressive on
Those are guys that
Low
ride
Key's part.
back
Daniels
squash,
straightened him out and got an
correct?
offensive move in there.
I think I get the
Rope
rest.
elbow smash by Nova. Looking to take
I think
out
the reason
Low-Key.
why
That
Mark
could do
Madden's
it.
still
Two.
employed in sports radio
no,
is because he's
not
an
enough.
institution,
Low-Key kicks out.
and he
What a
hasn't
match,
quite
what a
pulled an
match.
Anthony,
4 men
Anthony
left in this six-way.
Cunha. You know, like he's
The
gone to the
competitors
border,
just
I
going all
imagine.
out.
But
Shark Boy and Tony Mamaluke are out. We're down to Nova and Loki in the ring, Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles outside.
yeah, no more.
Tags
Yeah,
are allowed
unfortunately,
at
no
any
more
point to
global and off
anyone,
the grid.
and it's a
WWE
Cruiserweight
claims
survival
all of
match.
it.
The last
I almost
man
lost my YouTube
to
channel last
survive
time we streamed it on
is
here.
the winner here as part of the revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Tag has been made now. Oh, look at this.
Oh, he's in the tree of woe.
What is going on
But
here?
Daniels ignores him and goes up top.
Daniels now
Oh,
taken down by some right shots by Nova. Meanwhile, Low Key
I
and Nova
wonder,
balanced on the top rope. What is this?
because the Global Force tapings are out
Good Lord.
there.
That's a submission maneuver.
They aired
That's
as,
a
like,
submission
pay-per-view.
maneuver by Low Key.
Like, I
What
wonder,
improvisation by Loki to almost get a submission out of Nova.
like, if you were to
Gonna think on
upload
his
those to
feet. Low Key
YouTube,
now
who
to the
claims
top rope. Low Key, high risk maneuver coming up.
Oh, he almost
Didn't
crushed his
connect.
face.
Excellent.
Okay,
One,
good.
two. And at the very last second, it's the fallen
The
angel,
moves are
Christopher
kinda
Daniels, who was
cool.
able to kick out
But
all
this
6 of
thing's
these
a
athletes.
mess.
We're down to 4.
Who would you give the edge to so far, Jeremy? I'd
Like,
say
in
Low
terms
Key's
of-
looked the most impressive of the competitors left in the ring.
In terms of,
It is
like,
anyone's
you do
call
this,
at
you
this
do
point.
this,
Low
it's
Key
just
now.
falling apart.
Now out to the ring. Chris Daniels.
Like, I imagine
takes
someone
Low
got
Key
lost
and
in
introduces
the
him face first.
sequencing, and now they're like,
To the
shit, what do we do?
protective
What do we
barrier at
do?
ringside, it's Christopher
Yeah,
Daniels
Chael
now.
Sonnen did do commentary
Beautiful maneuver to the
before.
floor.
And,
What a move! What a move!
God, who the fuck set up an
Low Key
angle
now.
with
What a
somebody
move.
to, like, wrestle them?
We could say that
God,
100
who
times.
was it,
These guys are so innovative.
guy who
AJ
went nuts
Styles
at
now, high risk
Bloodsport,
maneuver. Look
like,
at this.
5 or 6
AJ
years
Styles.
ago. Oh, shit!
star
Oh,
press to the
AJ
floor.
almost broke his
Shooting
nose.
Styles press.
Or his neck.
Please.
I stand corrected. Crowd on their feet here.
Anyone doing something that dangerous deserves to have its own name.
Phil Baroni, thank you, Suzanne.
Aladdin
Yeah, Phil
Hotel
Baroni
and
was
Casino
front row
host
at the first
The
Global
very
Force
first live
tapings.
pay-per-view. The
And
very first
Chael
match on
went
American soil
against
for the
whatever
World
the
Wrestling
format
All-Stars, and certainly I
was
couldn't
like, yeah,
pick
let's
6.
do a
Look at that.
match.
AJ Styles on the floor.
Oh, AJ's
Couldn't pick
bleeding
6 more
too. Why
impressive
is everyone
cruiserweights to
bleeding
kick
in
off
this
the World
match?
Wrestling All-Stars Revolution. Then these 6 individuals now down
This is
to
the
4.
goriest scramble
As
match
we are
I've
in the
ever
midst
seen.
of Cruiserweight Survival, our opening contest here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Low Key now.
Yeah, Phil Baroni,
Look at
I
that.
guess, just didn't
Down
leave
all the way across the ring.
that
2, 3,
building.
and Low Key is out.
WrestleMania weekend. He just lived there
by
for
Nova
a
and Chris Daniels, but Nova comes off the top rope.
Big Core,
With the
thank you
missile
so
dropkick
much
and
for
takes
the
down Chris Daniels. Jeremy,
sub.
these guys are fighting for their futures, for their careers. They get a paycheck today, but if they win, they might get a bigger one tomorrow. TV exposure. Who knows what's going to happen for the winner
Mark
of this
Madden
match?
pretty much saying these guys are here just to get signed somewhere else.
Christopher Daniels on the outside
Yes,
has to be tagged
Wild
in to be
Side.
part of the
I
match
don't
legally.
understand the
It's
Wild Side
Cruiserweight Survival.
distribution
AJ Styles now
for
into
the
the ropes.
library.
AJ Styles busted
'Cause,
open
like,
as well. Takes Nova now. Ducks a big right hand.
It's on
Oh, look at that. Big
IWTV,
elbow
but
smash.
also Bill
That
Barron's
takes
just
down Nova.
throwing all of it
It's
on
Chris
YouTube
Daniels in the ring
too.
now.
I don't get it.
Oh, Uranagi kick to the
That's
face.
right. Yeah, Phil Baroni was thrown
Oh,
out of
Nova.
the Chikara show
And
for
AJ
like,
Styles
I
so
think he was yelling
Please, not to
slurs.
correct you.
Thank you.
I got some bad news from backstage. Shark Boy has eaten creative consultant Terry Taylor.
Dark Boy has eaten
There's a
Harry
neck breaker.
Taylor.
That could be it for
Best
Christopher
thing he did in his
Daniels.
career.
Not going to do it. Not going to pin the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. And our
Was that
opening
the same
contest here is part
weekend
of
that
Cruiserweight
Low-Key pulled out of the Riddle
Survival.
match, or was that the
What
next
a great
year?
opening match.
These guys are unbelievable. All 6 individuals.
It
Top
is-
notch.
It is survival. Jeremy, there's so much on the line.
Oh, geez, oh, geez.
Beautiful move.
Best moonsault ever. There we go.
AJ Styles.
That was the
Kicks
first
out
Bloodsport.
at the
Was it the
very
year
last
before?
moment. And now
I
Christopher Daniels
don't-
cinching
I've
in
lost
on
complete,
a devastating,
like-
on a very painful submission maneuver.
I don't understand years
And
anymore.
it's Nova now going to work
First
on
Bloodsport
Daniels.
was Matt Riddle's, after that
Daniels
has been
says,
Josh
"Bring it."
Cornette's.
Hit me some more.
Dear God, look at that. Look at that.
Everyone's in
I love how
submission
Daniels
hold
was
in there.
probably like,
I think
hey,
I'm
we
gonna
did
submit
this
after this.
thing at Ring of
Unbelievable.
Honor yesterday. We should do it
By the
here.
way, at the beginning
And
of the
then
show, I said
Nova
this was
and
the first
AJ were like,
pay-per-view for all these guys.
what?
I did that to kind of make our pay-per-view seem more important, and you kind of exposed, but don't worry about that.
No problem. It's Nova now. Ducks under. Nova now backs Christopher Daniels into the ropes. Is met with AJ Styles. Sunset flip.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
What's it gonna
Like, they at
take
least
to
should
get
have
these
gone to
last three guys beat?
just a
At this
still
point, it's
WWE
gotta be
logo
survival. It's got to be instinct at
on
this
those
point.
like
For these
lower
three to survive
screens
this match,
during the
for
match.
the elimination process to go. It's got to be every living, breathing effort that these guys have. It's going to take to compete and
Every
to survive
living, breathing
in this opening
effort.
contest for the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's Nova now to the second rope. AJ Styles throws him off.
Nova's so tired he's not getting locked behind his
Me
punches.
was
but
about the
Christopher
journey, not the
Daniels
destination.
got a lot
The real
behind
best
those
moonsault
open
ever
hand
was
chops,
the
baby.
friends we made along the
Unbelievable.
way.
It's Christopher Daniels now to the top rope. Christopher Daniels now.
Here we
Wait a
go.
minute. Is caught by AJ Styles. Suspended in midair.
These two had been
No
feuding
way.
all over the indies by this point.
Can you hear the crowd?
They did the
One,
NWA
two,
anniversary show
and
that
three.
November.
It's Christopher
They
Daniels.
did. No, they had not done the
And then
TPI.
there were two.
That
Nova
was a
now
few
going
months
for the
later.
quick pin. Christopher Daniels.
But they were
incredible
doing the
effort.
match touring around AJ
Nova
and
now
Daniels.
going for the quick pins. And then there were two. AJ Styles.
Nova's
and
still
Nova,
in here
the
because he
final
was in
two combatants
ECW.
in Cruiserweight Survival for the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's Nova now.
Oh,
Beautiful
that-
maneuver that
that's
takes
right.
down
Nova
AJ
came.
Styles. We could have a pinfall here. 1, 2.
We needed
Not
that
enough
close-up
to
of Mark
pin AJ
Johnson's
Styles.
butts.
Nova, that was the spin doctor by Nova right there.
No, it was not.
Knows every move in
That
the
was
book,
the
and
Nova
ones he
King. The
doesn't
spin
know, he makes
doctor
up as he
is
goes
the
along.
spinning
No longer a
DDT.
cartoon character,
That's why it's called
but
the
still very much
spin
innovator
doctor.
when it comes to wrestling
Oh.
moves.
One. Oh, spun around by AJ Styles. These are two of the best.
Pancake on his
beautiful maneuver.
face. I
A
think AJ
modified
still
face
does that
plant,
move.
and now a cover.
One of the few that he still does from
I think he
this
modified
era.
Nova's face with that face plant.
He modified Nova's face.
These guys are in there operating on guts and instinct alone. Not much left in the tank for either. I got a feeling the end of this match is just seconds away, Jeremy.
Well, who can really call a winner at this point? Certainly it's survival.
That's right. Who
It's
could
every
call
man
a
for
winner at
himself,
this
and there
point?
4 men have been
Jeremy.
eliminated. 2 are left.
What is going
It's
on
AJ
here?
Styles now on the very top. Boy, this is a very
Oh,
dangerous
Nova's gonna
situation.
steal the
Nova
Spanish
has met him on the
fly.
top
That's
rope.
right.
AJ Styles and Nova on the top rope.
He's gonna. Oh, he couldn't quite do it.
Nova, that could do it.
Which is his partner Frankie Kazarian's move, the flex capacitor. He was teaming with Frankie Kazarian on a bunch of shows as Evolution,
Survival.
and he stole his own freaking partner's
Any
finish.
survivors in Cruiserweight Survival. Look at Nova. He can barely stagger to his feet to have his arm raised by referee Slick Johnson. But Jeremy, you got to give it to Nova. He knows all the offensive
Hello,
moves.
the
He had more
Hob.
defense
Thank you
than
so
anybody.
much.
He stayed in there and he survived. Period.
Follow
Well,
him.
absolutely. You take a look
Appreciate
at
you
these
bringing the
6
stale
combatants
crackers
that
and
we have
half
had in
drinking
this match,
soda.
and certainly
Congrats
you
to
gotta give
Nova
it
for the
Nova,
win.
man who survived Cruiserweight
Jeremy,
Survival,
Mark,
but
and
hats off
Borash
to all the
Madden.
combatants that participated in our opening contest. Mark, it's good to be here in your town, Las
Again,
Vegas,
if you missed
your
the
kind of
beginning,
town, I know,
I
certainly.
normally don't
The town has
ask,
been
but
buzzing.
tonight I had virtual tip jar just due to some bad luck we had over the weekend. If you have the means, feel the need, QR codes are down there. Venmo and PayPal.
We don't even know what's going on here
And
tonight.
if you don't,
but we
don't worry about it.
understand that
Again,
a
I
little
never
bit later,
begged for
Bret the
it.
Hitman Hart will be
I'm
addressing
here
the
for free.
crowd.
I'm here for your
And certainly,
companionship.
The great Canadian hero.
yeah, we have a
I'm like
an
Jeremy
incredible
Borash
lineup
with that
in
Puka
store
shell
for you.
necklace.
The big return tonight will take place in this very ring as well, Mark. I'm
Yeah,
talking
very
about the big
2002.
return
Jeremy
of Big
Borash is actually the
Papa.
most up-to-date of
Big
anybody.
Papa Pump, the
the
greatest
show.
living American, in my opinion, Jeremy Borash. He looks like a
Look at all these
Michelangelo
excited fans.
statue
What
come
is
to life,
going on?
Perfectly sculpted, perfectly
That-
conditioned.
oh,
The
I thought it was
genetic freak.
Justin Roberts.
Who's going to
Yeah,
beat him?
but it's not
I don't
Justin
know.
Roberts.
I'm just glad I never have to wrestle him.
Certainly with the events that have gone on here in the last few days leading up to this pay-per-view,
we
really are at a loss for what is going to happen. We know that some of the matches are scheduled to take place, but certainly, as has come to be the reputation of the World Wrestling All-Stars, expect the unexpected. I know it's kind of a cliche,
expect
but
the
certainly at this point
onions
in the game, we're going to wait to hear what Bret Hart
yes,
has
expect
in store
the onions at the
rest
World
of
Wrestling
night here.
All-Stars.
Certainly, we do know this. We do know tonight
Got
it's going to
funk.
take place.
There's no way
a
that person brought that
disqualification
sign
match.
themselves.
The very dangerous, the homicidal, suicidal,
That's a good
genocidal
point. No, you stick it.
Sabu
It's a well-organized,
will
messy
go
stable.
one-on-one with Devon Storm.
Sabu with Devon Storm. Jeremy,
Sabu in his like
there are a lot of brain
1996
cells that have been
ECW
killed
promo pick
over the long
against
careers
Devon
of both these
Storm.
men. I think Devon Storm is making an attempt.
Hey, we
Get a
follow
little
each other
away
on
from
Twitter. I'll be
crazy
nice.
and a little more into technical
And
ecstasy.
not
Sabu,
give my
you know, he'll
opinion
take a
of the
lot of
whole
punishment to give out well.
You're still in my
a lot of
limit
punishment
thing that he's doing.
I can't pick a winner
But
in
hey,
that
he
one,
busted
but I
his
can
ass.
think both guys
Best match on the
might
last
feel and look
WWE
like
show.
losers afterwards. There's going to be some bloodshed in that match, to be sure.
All that
Yeah, there's
and
a
a
Chronic
whole lot
420
more as
sign
we
as well.
bring
I
you
don't think they were
the
advertised on
revolution
this show.
from the World Wrestling All-Stars.
I love when that segment ends. Boresh, pretend this is a piece of paper. Boresh is like, every two shot of announcer should end that way, but the announcer just exasperated. Bret Hart getting a highlight video, and now he's peeing. He's peeing lightning all over all of us. What is happening? Like, kind of like how I've joked before on WWA Deep Cuts Live about how, like, when I was a kid, I used to think that, like, Brad Armstrong played his own song. I'm imagining, like, Bret Hart has, like, a jam band. I really hope this is not a real song. What the fuck is this song? Is this a parody of... with Brian Adams? Oh, Bret's getting pyro that you can't see because it's right behind
Yes,
the
there he
lighting
is, the
rig.
commissioner of the World Wrestling All-Stars, Bret the Hitman Hart. We are waiting with bated breath to find out what he has in store tonight.
And they
We have a
stop
main
the
event.
music
We
as he
have a
starts
world
walking
heavyweight
out.
champion, the
Because that's when
chosen
you
one,
stop
Jeff
music,
Jarrett.
is when you
And
can see
certainly,
the guy
look at that,
coming
Bret
up
the
there.
Hitman Hart here in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm sure has some words for the fans.
So Bret Hart's the
In America.
commissioner,
You know,
like
he
he was
picked the
last
Canadian
time.
hockey team that
We're
won
not
the
acknowledging that
He was the
weird
general
finish.
manager.
Let's hear what the
Or
Hitman
like,
has to say.
he beats the
That's
shit out of
my
Jeff
story
Jarrett and then just walks out with the belt.
Hello, Las Vegas.
So unlike the
Well, I
last
just wanna say
WWA
it's a
show
really
we saw,
special
this was
thing to be
live.
here. You know, there was a time I didn't think I'd ever set foot in a wrestling ring again.
Oh, don't what, Bret?
And then there was a time I didn't think I'd ever set foot in a wrestling ring here in America. So this is a great feeling. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
This is Bret cutting his indie meet and greet promo. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
So as the
My table's back
WWA
there.
Commissioner, I'm back there making
50
sure we got
for
a
a
lot of young
Polaroid, 50
talent
for
back there, a lot of
autograph,
young guys, and a lot
80
of big
for the
names.
combo.
Scotty Steiner,
That guy,
Jeff Jarrett,
thrilled.
but a lot of new blood, young guys that are out here.
Bret
breaking their
Hart,
necks
all
and
Hart,
giving you guys the best
darn
they can.
tootin'.
So I hope you people will
Darn tootin',
take that into
fast
account. And I'm happy to be part of it. Now, as far as the main event tonight, the Space Cowboy Randy Savage is not going to be here.
Wait, what? Okay, I knew that. So Randy Savage was advertised for the show
So
on the pay-per-view Barker
the
channel.
onus has been put
And
on
then
me
he pulled
to
out because
select
at the last minute he wanted
the
control
right
of the book,
guy for the
and I
main
think like
event.
50%
So-
ownership of the company
All
and
right, we've been waiting for this.
$100,000.
I've taken a lot of
Like some
things into
ridiculous
account.
set of demands at the last minute. But
it's
also,
not gonna
why
be
are we
me.
calling him the
Don't
Space
worry.
Cowboy?
Ah, come on. One more
That was
time.
never his nickname.
But I've always been a little partial to the second generation wrestler.
I think this was the first time Bret saw AJ Styles in
I
person.
know
Good
Jeff
catch,
Jarrett,
Suzanne.
the WWA World Champion. He's a second generation wrestler, and like I said, I'm a little partial to that. So I've decided that Brian Christopher, Jerry Lawler's son,
I'm sure he was
just
thrilled
on
in the
merit,
locker
the fact that he
room.
was on the last tour that the WWA had, and I think
That's
that,
his
he
credential.
paid his dues a little more than some of the other guys back there.
I love
He's
how
gonna be
Bret's
in the main
justification
event,
for giving
working
Brian
against Jeff
Christopher a
Jarrett
world
for
title
the gold
match in the main event of the
that the
show is
WWA
he was
World
on the
Championship.
last
That is a
tour.
big announcement,
That's
certainly.
a good choice. That's
He was
a
on the
good
last tour,
choice.
which
Brian
means
Christopher
he's probably not going to get hired
has done
anywhere
amazing
else.
things.
So we can trust him
My
to show up on the
experience
next
with
one if he wins the
WWA
belt.
started a little while back. I went down to Australia, and while I was there doing some promotional work, that's when the World Towers were bombed.
Oh,
And
here we go.
For me, that was a really tough time, and it was obviously a tough time for Americans, but I just want to take the time to say here that, you know, I was always sort of dubbed as a guy that was anti-American and
CBJ
stuff like that, but my mother's American. I got an American passport, and I like to think of myself as a North American.
So
But
Bret
I just want
was
Americans
really
to
worked up
know
about
that while I was
9/11
in
more than
Australia,
most,
and I think
because,
around the world that, you know, the
I
bad
guess because of
people out there,
9/11,
they don't speak
it
for
got
the world,
harder
and down
for
in
his
Australia,
mother's meds to be
they wept
shipped
with
from the
rest of us,
States to
and it was a tough
Canada,
time.
and
it
she
has a lot
passed
to do
away
with why I'm part
a
of
few
this
months
company,
after from
is
not
that I
having
just like the
meds.
integrity they had.
My understanding?
And the people down there were great. And,
So yeah, he
I hope
cut the
that it stays that
anti-9/11
way.
or the anti-9/11, the anti-Taliban thing.
Amen.
Thank you so much for
Amen,
the
Bret.
sub, the Hav.
Now, I can't take. You have to take this
I don't know how to
opportunity
pronounce that. I'm sorry,
congratulate
but
the,
I
Canadian
tried my
hockey
hardest.
team.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
you know,
much for the
somehow anyway
sub.
fit that in.
I always
Why
said I
don't
never
you
begged for
shut
subs,
up?
but I put
Shut
them in a
up.
little
Somebody's
syringe
the
and I
biggest heel
stick
in the
them in the
room.
butt cheek.
50 years is a long time.
It was a big
And I
cheat
just want
job.
to say, for me, it was a great thing to watch the Canadians and the Americans in the final.
Oh,
Yeah, Bret forgot he was in America when he was like, it was awesome when we kicked your ass today in the finals of the
But granted that
Olympics.
the Canadians did win the gold medal, I just want to say that I think bigger things are in store for Americans. I think there's a bigger prize out there, and maybe Canada and Australia and
Honestly,
the rest of the world will help America.
This gives me more faith in America
Take
than
Osama
either of
bin
the guys that
Laden
were running
kick
for
his
president as of
freaking
yesterday.
ass.
wow. Had my finger on the button there. Wow.
What if
I
Bin
think that
Laden
would
were in
be
the
a
main
little
event
more
tonight?
Fitting for Americans than the gold medal. Maybe Canadians will take the gold medal.
I think the
You guys
purpose
can
of
have
this was
Osama bin Laden any way you want him.
every wrestling, every old
really
fart
wanted that gold
wrestling
medal
promo,
Anyway,
like
I hope
when you were
everyone
coming
has
out
a
and
great
waving hi to
show.
people, like an indie show,
Enjoy
had
the
to
show.
end with,
Thank you very
"We're gonna
much for
kill
having
Bin
me,
Laden."
and, let the games begin. Thank you very much.
All right, there he is, the commissioner, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Brian Christopher and Jeff Jarrett. I'm telling you what, that's going to be a great match. Brian Christopher can dance.
That's the biggest
He
figure.
can get jiggy.
Brian
He
Christopher.
may be Jerry's kid, but he can wrestle. And today, against Jeff Jarrett, he's
Yeah,
going to
what
put
an-
on
what
a
an
wrestling
ending line.
telethon.
Well, certainly
Us Canadians will
after
take the
one
gold
night,
medal, and you guys
to
can
Backstage.
kill the terrorists. Up here we go. So Alan Funk, that's Queeby from WCW. He had started doing a Hulk Hogan gimmick in developmental because that's how you get called up apparently. Got fired and then just kept doing it.
He don't need no trash cans. He don't need no light bulbs. He don't need no kendo sticks, brother. I got the most devastating finish in the business, the big leg drop. And when I drop it, brother, I've dropped
Also, they didn't
700
explain who
pound
any of
men
these
with
people
it. I've
were.
sold out arenas worldwide,
No
brother.
graphic,
I've hoisted
no
a 700 pound
announcer
man
going,
with
"Oh,
my
that's
hand.
so and so."
It made the earth move, brother. So when the funkster goes out here tonight,
That's a good
he
point,
wants you,
TK Bomber.
Puppet,
Why
and
is
you,
Bret
T.O.,
giving a Lawler's
to
kid a
take
title?
note of a real wrestler. And don't worry, Puppet.
I think
The
I've
funkster's
seen
gonna
Brian
teach you
Christopher
how
and
to
Jeff
drop
Jarrett
the leg
advertised in a
off
few
the
main
fucking
events for shows
But
in
I
high
haven't
school. in
forgot
Devon.
you, T.O.
Used to live in Evans.
I got a video for you,
Horrible
brother.
city.
$49.95. You can watch the funkster pose the largest arms in the world, brother.
Also,
And as the funkster
was Hogan
walks out
selling
to
his
the
own
arena
best
tonight,
of
brother,
tapes? What was that
you
dig?
gonna do, brothers?
Kind of shocking what happened to Holland there.
Hey, Space goes, was Queeweed part of that Voodoo Neighbors group or whatever it was called?
What
or was
happened
it
to
Go-
Alan Funk?
Whatever the WWF
What happened?
team was in All Japan.
Alan Funk we knew.
I remember, yeah,
Loved.
Hot Stuff was
Unbelievable.
Kurt Angle.
Well, he is a real
And then there were a
American,
couple of guys that
Jeremy, and
got
I think he's
fired
grown some hair
in like
back as well.
2001,
Yeah,
2002.
he certainly has.
Was
Reno
Alan
on his
Funk
way
one of
to the
them?
ring, one of the great superstars of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Thank you
Wait,
so
that
much,
sign's
Walt
wrong. We're in
Whitman,
Vegas, not Reno.
for the sub. I
Reno,
appreciate it.
certainly.
Again,
Oh,
put it in
this
my
guy's
syringe,
named Reno.
stick in my butt
A
cheek,
Las Vegas
and get
native
my boobies.
now, of course, rolling the dice in Reno.
I also
And
get
what better place to roll
like
the
Jack, but I
dice?
meant like the gyno.
Oh,
the impression, yes. I didn't know if he was part of that group.
Here is Reno.
Reno.
Right here on pay-per-view TV.
Look, he got a hometown pop,
Well,
even though
I
I'm
don't know
pretty
what to
sure he's
ask
from
more about.
Georgia. Shout out Rick
What happened to
Cornell.
Alan Funk, and who are those midgets he was talking about?
Well, it's my understanding, Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, later on we're going
Okay,
to
they
have
were
a
baby
match
faces all
involving
depend. The
midgets,
voodoo guys
which
were
is
heels like
very
Viscera and
unique.
Mott. Okay.
As opposed to
That's
the
right.
men.
That's a good point, though,
Don't
you
have.
stick it. Reno walked around in real life
Unbelievable.
with that Genghis Khan ponytail.
225 pounds. And coming to us from Venice Beach, California, here is the Funkster.
The Funkster.
With his
Alan
necklace
Funk.
in his mouth.
Say your prayers.
Was that a
Eat your
Hogan
vitamins,
thing?
Kick some ass. Do what you gotta do. But do it in front of the fans here at the Aladdin. And what you gotta do when Alan Funk has a personality disorder.
Does he still have that show where he drives that boat around?
A Thunder
I'd
in
love to
Paradise
meet
reference.
3 men and a ninja. Was that?
I didn't.
Thank you for the
Look at this guy,
sub,
he's
Bam
got nuts.
Dog.
He's like Sybil.
Much appreciated.
Alan
Tip
Funk,
of the
who
cap.
has gone through a metamorphosis of sorts, apparently
God, I'm gonna be
influenced
so
by
jacked by the end of the stream.
another superstar in this profession.
Anybody can see he's imitating
Okay, so if Terry
Funk, Jeremy.
Bollea
That is
penis
true.
is
That's
not
why they call him the
11
Funkster
inches or
one-on-one
whatever it
with
was.
Reno.
Hulk
And
Hogan's
certainly,
penis was
if
10
you know
inches.
these two,
Terry Bollea's penis was
quite
not.
a
How big is the
interesting story.
Funkster's
Reno
penis?
comes in with a vicious clothesline. Look at Reno.
Yes, that is Jeremy
fantastic shape.
Borash.
Well, this is simple.
Jules
Both of
on
them trained
YouTube.
together
Yes,
at the
indeed it
non-defunct
was.
WCW
It is.
power plant.
Will be.
One went nuts, one didn't.
Well, certainly. And what can you say about Reno, huh? There's a clothesline by Alan Funk, who now takes it to Reno. Reno, a Las
I
Vegas,
appreciate it.
Nevada
Oh,
native,
cheers. Thank you so much,
wrestling in
TK
front of his,
Bomber.
family
the
and
devil
friends here
horns.
in this
Thank
great
you.
facility at the Aladdin, and the Funkster saying his prayers, eating his vitamins,
Oh!
kicking some ass to Reno.
See, that's the thing. He's a power plant guy, so he can't help but do
You know, I would have
moves
been
with
really
his
embarrassed for him if he couldn't rip the shirt off. That's pretty much Funkamania 101, isn't it?
Also, I love how
Alan
Alan
Funk,
Funk
a
was like,
great
I'm not going to
athlete.
buy new
And,
gear for this gimmick.
Last scene.
I'm going to wear the same
Wait a minute,
tights
here they
and
come over
boots
by
I
our
did as
table. Be
Kui.
careful. Back in the ring now, thank God, as Reno
Last seen in a straitjacket. That's what you were going to say, correct?
Also,
That's
Alan
correct.
Funk,
Reno takes Alan
I don't think he
Funk now
won the
into
belt, but he
ropes.
challenged
An
many
amazing,
times for the
amazing
WCW
announcement that
Cruiserweight Championship.
Brian Christopher in the ring with Jeff Jarrett, both men certainly second-generation
Oh, God,
competitors.
oh, God,
And
please
if you
don't kill
were
him.
part of our UK tour for
Oh,
great
that was
body
cool.
slam by the Funkster. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Not
Just-
enough to pin Reno.
Just for the record, I was not the 700-pound guy that the Funkster pressed over his head, dude.
The Funkster now has Reno in his grasp. Here comes a suplex. It's blocked by Reno. A second attempt. Reno now. A suplex of his own. No, face first.
Okay,
live from Las
we're in
Vegas.
Las
Back
Vegas,
going
if you did not know.
Down to
Again,
the floor.
Paradise, Nevada,
goes
as
Alan
Jonathan let
Funk,
us know.
the Funkster. And Reno.
This is the
who loves
Fire
to roll
Pro
the dice on occasion in the ring, certainly
diagonal
a
camera.
finishing maneuver that
Good
Reno
call,
has
though,
in
you
his
stick it.
arsenal that is not only spectacular to see, but devastating.
Also, shout out to Reno for
anyone who
not
is the
just
recipient
having
of it.
the hair in a ponytail, but it's braided as well.
Tantra kicking off things here tonight for us at the Revolution.
Yeah, I've seen that
quite
video,
like Tantra.
unfortunately. That really
Fantastic
sad video
on tour now
of
with Creed.
Alan Funk,
Look out.
Buff
Our in front of our
Bagwell
table
arguing at a
as
flea
You
market
get
a year or
jumpy
so
every time
ago.
there's action near the table.
I'm very
I'll
jumpy.
protect you, I promise.
What happened to that Riddler you're gonna give?
Well, I'll tell you what, God help Reno if the Funkster funks it up a little bit and gets that pathetic looking offense.
Exactly, Tecmo. Make it more
throws
aerodynamic
those
if you
punches
braid
and
it,
kicks
damn
that he's
it.
so well known for.
Well, certainly Alan Funk, who, for those who are not in the know, has certainly seen his share of hard times, not only with the training in the power plant, as anyone will attest to. Almost like a boot camp of sorts.
Is he gonna say
1,
that, like,
2.
Alan Funk
Great
died,
gut
or
red
like his
suplex
family
by
all died
Reno.
or something?
Let's talk about Reno a little bit. He's the serious
He's seen his
wrestler. He's
share
been
of
doing a
hard
hell of a job.
times
Well,
at
certainly, I
power
think when it
plant,
comes
as well
down
as
to,
dot,
in-ring
and then never
competition,
finishes
both
the
men
plot. What
know
are we
what's at
supposed
stake
to
here.
think happened to
The
Alan
World
Funk?
Wrestling All-Stars organization We do know that coming up as well tonight, we will have Devon Storm
His
one-on-one.
dog
with
was like
Sabu.
murdered in a cruise ship
That's
accident.
certain to go
What happened?
all over the building. Look at this.
I would
Power.
like.
Look at this. Nearly dropped on his head
Oh!
by Reno.
Hey Xander,
Reno
sorry
merciless
to blow
in
your
there.
earbuds
He's
out.
taken the American way of the Funkster
Right.
and twisted him inside
Yes.
out, turned him around.
That's
upside
right, Alan.
down.
Alan
Every
Funk's
which
job
way
was
here's the
taken
cover,
by a
1, 2.
computer, Daddy. That's hard times.
Certainly. You have to wonder.
Yes,
at what
both these
point
guys went to
in the
HWA post
Hulkster.
WCW. That's
Funkster.
right, damn
the
dog.
Funkster,
And they were
that's what I
both
said.
fired on the
Funkster
same
gathered
day.
enough of that inner strength, that intestinal fortitude.
And funk it up. Get funked up. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk.
Get it? Get it? His
Work now
name
on Alan
means
Funk,
something
Reno.
else too.
Mark Madden, after certainly a year's time, I guess you should take this time to tell the fans what you've been up to. I mean, certainly we've.
Drink a lot, watch TV, sit at home. That's about
I mean,
it.
Nice to know you haven't changed. Reno now whips Alan Funk into the
At
ropes,
least he was
doubles the
honest.
clothesline.
Mark
Alan
Madsen.
Funk.
Ever since WCW died, I've just been sitting at
Not
home
enough to
being
pin Reno.
sad.
The Funkster used that
He
move
was
in
the
Japan
one
to
honest
Inoki
one.
once, I think.
Of all the old WCW guys.
Look at Reno. What a magnificent competitor Reno is.
Fantastic physique, not afraid
Yeah.
to dish out punishment.
Mark
has
Madden,
been known to get into those
like Brian, I
hardcore
think it was
matches,
Brian who brought up earlier. He
And certainly
whined so.
isn't afraid to get hardcore
Pat
here tonight
McAfee
for the
could
Revolution
yell.
from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Should also mention tonight, Chronic is here. We saw those midgets
That sounds like
running
a
around
threat.
backstage.
I have to
And
mention
certainly,
tonight,
at this
Chronic's
stage in the
here.
game, with the advice given
You
to
keep
them
watching,
by
they
Alan
might
Funk.
show up, so you might
I
want to
wonder if
turn
they're going to heed
away.
his advice.
I don't know, maybe not. Look at the Funkster
Ooh,
now.
a bit
He's getting the bejesus
stiffsky,
beat out.
Brian.
I haven't seen the Funkster taking
Is
the
that
best
a
like
Marty
this
Elias,
since Hellwig's
former
Farmers just beat the
WWE
hell out
and
of him at the
Lucha
Skydome
Underground
that
ref?
one year.
As the referee here? He's from that
Wait,
era
he could be funking
of
up.
the country.
Could he be gathering enough?
And
of
see,
that
the funny
intestinal
thing,
fortitude?
Mr. Wrestling
Could
3,
he
is
be
Mark
funking it up?
Madden, like
Here we
Madden
go.
and
Crowd,
Russo and all
get
these
behind the
dudes,
Funkster.
they're quote-unquote pandering to the smart
Reno,
wrestling
Reno.
community,
Gotta give him
but
support
the
too,
smart
Jeremy.
wrestling community can't fucking
Alan
stand
Funk
that shit.
Has funked it up enough,
It's so
gathered
weird.
enough of the intestinal fortitude.
I'm not
necessary
blaming
to-
the fans.
to
I'm
suck it in and do
blaming
something here. Oh, wait a minute.
Mark and
Beautiful
Vince.
suplex by Reno. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Not enough to pin the Funkster.
It takes more than that to beat the Funkster, brother.
Tonight as well, we are going to see a triple threat match.
Oh, he's gonna funk up
as
here.
Juventud Guerrera takes on Psychosis, takes on Eddie Guerrero. Wait a minute.
He's funking up.
Wait a minute.
I'm glad to see he remembered what his gimmick was.
Oh, wait a minute. Not yet.
Because he just stopped
Here we go.
doing
Your
it for most of the
time's over,
match.
dude.
Into the ropes. Into the ropes goes Reno. Ducks the big boot. Reno sizing up
Oh,
and delivers a beautiful right
Nice.
hand that connects to Alan
either
Funk.
that or Bukaki.
The Funkster now.
Whichever one.
Down but not out.
Whichever one.
Reno. Wait a minute. Here we go.
Up, roll
Could
the
this
dice,
be it?
roll the dice. Here
Could
we
this
go.
be it? Roll the dice.
Hey,
That's gotta be it for the Funkster.
shout out to therapy. We all need therapy.
Reno,
in
what are
our
you waiting
life.
for?
Shout
Pin
out
him.
therapy on
He's
Twitch.
gonna go upstairs.
Reno.
Nice
rolling the
cocky.
dice
That's
in
right,
front of his
Xander.
fans Here at the Aladdin
That's a
Hotel
good
and
point,
Casino
Mr. Wrestling
in
3.
beautiful Las
Maybe
Vegas,
he was
Nevada.
going to do the
From
gimmick,
second
and then he
rope
got a concussion.
comes
He's in
off his
survival
back
mode.
with a big boot.
Yeah, cocky,
Just
boot
for the record, I used to
cocky.
shut the
We need to
bathroom
get that
door so
going
my
on
mom
the
wouldn't
show.
catch me rolling the dice. He's funking up again. This is incredible. This man has so much reserve left in him, so much heart.
Oh, it's
so
not
much
just a regular
willpower.
braid. He's got the
unbelievable.
vacation braids, like he went to Sandals,
Get behind
Jamaica.
the Funkster. Crowd showing their support for
He
Alan
went on a
Funk.
cruise. And someone's like, hey, I'll braid your hair.
This
And
reminds me of
then
those
they
classic
charge him $10
Funkster
after
Ric
all the
Flair
stuff.
matches in the early 90s. Title versus title, it was unbelievable.
And the Funkster going to work on Reno. The
Yeah,
Funkster
Madden used to
whips
be
him into the
a
ropes. Big
Observer
boot.
contributor, a Torch contributor.
Are we going to see it? Crowd on their feet here at the Aladdin.
Madden used to be
see the Funkster.
in with all the newsletter guys.
Wait a minute. Pile driver.
Oh, you know the famous
Pile
Hulk
driver
Hogan
coming up
pile
from the
driver?
Funkster.
I mean, I think he did
Vicious.
one, just it wasn't his finish, though. Let's do the X
Funkster
Bomber,
looking
brother.
for fan improvement. He's getting it. The crowd here at the Aladdin Hotel just is going nuts for the Funkster. Here it comes.
Big
Oh.
leg drop by Alan Funk. A cover. 2,
Ooh.
3.
No one kicks out of the leg.
I don't know who owns the rights to this, so that's a good question, Jules. Because, like, I've seen, like, high spots put a VHS rip of this up on their streaming service a few years ago. But like, if you upload it to YouTube, nobody claims it. So who knows who owns it?
Look at the man. Look at the man.
And the crowd goes to the concession. That's right.
What's Rene Russo doing in Vegas?
What's Rene Russo doing in Vegas? Remember Rene Russo?
Nuts for the Funkster. This was great.
Alan
He had
Funk,
quite the
your
career.
winner at our second contest for the revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
This probably would have been a better song for Bret.
Do you
And
see
Bret's
big
song
things
would have been
ahead for
better
the-
for
oh,
the
wait, what's
Hulk
going on
Hogan
here?
parody.
Limousine pulling up. Who could be inside?
The limousine. Is that a limousine? This looks like
Aladdin,
an old
the
Buick.
home of the revolution for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Who's
There's
inside the
Dante from
limousine?
Clerks. Hey, it's women.
Yes. Don't recognize her. Don't recognize her.
Hubba.
It's technically a
What's the word I'm
limo in
looking
that it's
for?
one door
Oh, yeah,
longer than a
Hubba.
regular
Wait a
car.
minute.
There's like, how many people are in that car? Oh, it's Scott Steiner.
There he is. Big pop. Scott Steiner,
The
big
polygamous
bad booty daddy,
pugilist,
is here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Scott
And he's
Steiner.
brought his freaks and he's brought his peaks.
The genetic freak looking
And we're
better
zooming
than
in
ever.
on an American
What's he got
flag
in mind for
because
tonight, Jeremy? You know
9/11.
something about this.
Wait a minute. Look at this here at ringside.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it yet, but they've been blasting the commentary over the speakers, like on the last show we watched.
But apparently that jackass
Oh,
Bret Hart has been drinking
that's the
so much
commentary
beer today,
couldn't do.
celebrating Canada's win in hockey, he let him do it instead of me.
What in the world is this man doing out here?
Well, I'm the one that should be in the championship match tonight, and I guess since I don't have an opponent now, I'm going to issue an open challenge to anybody that
Hey,
wants
Will
to
Hall.
wrestle the
Welcome.
biggest, baddest,
You missed, I mean,
booty-shaking icon in
You
the
missed a couple
history of
matches, but
wrestling
nothing
today.
too bad.
And
We
I'm
still
gonna
got,
sit out
we're
here
running pretty
and
late
do
tonight. We still
announcing
got a
and
good
wait
chunk
till
of the
somebody
stream.
comes and wrestles me. You got that?
Well over an
talking
hour,
about?
so you've got a lot
Well,
of stuff.
fine.
I'm not really sure. You're going to join us. You're going to sit here with us at commentary.
Russo itching to book Alan Funk to have an
Remember,
affair
I
with
heard you
another
call-
wrestler's mom so he could be the
mispronouncing
mother
everybody's
Funk.
names?
Yes.
Me?
Yeah, you've been mispronouncing everybody's names. You and Jeremy, both of you.
We've been doing a fine job. I don't appreciate being talked to that way.
All right. If
Well,
we're
your
ready.
friend, your good close
And look
personal friend,
over
Kurt
Disco's
Brooks,
shoulder. That's
screwed up the
Hiroshi
American hockey team
Tenzan,
today. Our five
just
months
sitting in the
revenge was ruined by your
crowd and
stupid
not
friend.
being acknowledged.
Well, I can see your
Or not even
paying
sitting in the
tribute to
crowd. He's
American
sitting in
performance
front of
to
the
win
rail.
Olympics.
All right. Very good.
You have the Washington Monument on your face.
Like,
Are you
where's
ready for our next
Waldo?
contest?
I'm ready for next. I know who's wrestling.
All right,
And
let's
you
go to our
guys
next
wanna wrestle
contest.
me?
I don't want to wrestle you. Our next contest here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. About to come your way.
Why is Jeremy Borash doing the Dean
Are you ready
Malenko
for this?
thing?
Yeah, I'm ready for this. How about the announcer? Why don't you announce it? Come on. You want me to do your job too?
All right.
If we keep checking around, maybe we can find a job you can do.
Tenzan was the timekeeper. Who?
Are you trying to insult me, sir?
Who's
you dirty
on?
mouth? Are you trying to insult the Disco Inferno?
I
Yes,
didn't
this
say
commentary
anything
is
dirty
being
mouth,
broadcast
sir.
into the arena.
Can we get on with the show?
let's
I didn't
go.
want to interrupt anything, all right? I don't do that.
Let's bring the next
Seriously, can we
participants
please
out.
get the
Hey,
next
where's
match
your
in the
duck?
ring?
Contest. Where is your duck?
Are you trying to make fun of me?
Didn't you used to have a
That's
tennis
a
racket, too,
visual
or something
I
like that?
Can we
both
get
did
on
and
to the
did
next
not
match?
need.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm holding anything up.
Brian
here.
over
All
on
right?
Twitch.
Let's
Madden
get
looks
on
like
with the
Martin
show.
molded
Let's
a
go on to our
bunch of
next
steroids and didn't lift.
Let's go to Tom
Yes.
Treber, our announcer.
That's
Ladies and
R.I.P.
gentlemen,
Martin
the
Mold, one of
following
the
tag
greats.
team contest is scheduled
I don't
for
like it.
one fall.
Where they could count to Tenzan.
Introducing to you first team number one, hailing from the Navajo Nation and weighing in at a combined
just what
weight
we needed,
of
stereotypes.
515 pounds.
And
Here
more
is
of
the
them.
Navajo Warrior and the Ghost Walker, collectively known
But these guys
as
were
Native Blood.
Arizona indie
Native
guys who did a
Blood
lot of
from the
UPW in
California area
California
now.
around
I
this
don't know if you
time.
knew this, but there's no place in Nevada for Native Americans to build casinos, so they all wrestle apparently.
And their
Oh,
opponents.
God.
At a
Mark
combined
Madden.
weight of 597 pounds. First from Kona, Hawaii, Brian Adams. And from
Chronic
Atlanta,
with a
Georgia,
C.
Brian
Hey,
Clark.
Incident 73,
Both
just in
known
time.
as
Light him if you got
Oh,
him.
yeah. Tag team action.
Yeah, we need to find
Brian
out, does it say
Brian
Ghost
Clark,
Walker on his
Chronic,
paycheck?
Here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
No politics, no favoritism, no backroom
We stumbled
dealing
into
going on,
giant
Jeremy.
weed
Tonight we're gonna
guys
see
against
Chronic be Chronic.
almost as
And it might
big
set the cause of
Native American
Americans everywhere
stereotypes.
back a couple of moons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, this native blood, a kind of an unknown tag.
Just in time.
Found out what Chief Nakahoma's been doing ever since they took down the teepee there at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Oh, they walked down separate ramps. They did a little
Chronic
choreography.
Tag team champions and
Chronic
wrestled
did.
all over the world. Two fantastic veterans.
But the politics reference is because they had that like 2-week run in the WWF right before this, where they wrestled Undertaker and Kane, and the belief was that Taker like went out of his way to make sure the match was bad because he knew that he made a mistake recommending them to
I
come
thought all
in.
Native American wrestlers were related somewhere to Chief J. Strongbow.
Would you stop it, please?
And then
That's
Brian
against
Adams,
Look at
at like
this.
Oh, a good
40-something
sneak
years
attack by
old,
the
got sent to
Native blood
developmental.
going to work on Chronic, not so fast. Look at how big. Look at the size differential between Brian Adams, Brian Clark, and his tag team, Native Blood. Out of
And then Brian
California,
Adams
certainly
became the booker of
looking to
HWA,
make a name for themselves in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Wait a minute, I thought these
where
guys were from the
he
Navajo
became
Nation.
the
Where's
Young
that at?
Dragons'
Well, you know, they took the whole
very
Navajo Nation
racist
and put them on
Japanese
this reservation.
I know, when they
sensei,
split it up, I understand
what was
that's
it?
where Belarus came from.
Look at this.
Hung
Look at
Solo,
this. Hot above
because
his
of
head.
course.
Oh,
Oh
wait a
shit!
minute. To the floor. Look at the size and
But
strength
there's at
of
least
Brian
one
Adams.
of Brian Adams' promos with the Young Dragons on YouTube from HWA. It's
chronic humiliation.
would never happen
That's
these
what Adams
days,
and Clark are
thankfully.
all about, baby.
Chronic pain in the you-know-what.
Okay, why don't you go in there and tell him that, brave boy.
I would tell them.
Eiffel
but they're
Tower
involved in
face.
the match right now.
Eiffel
Think about
Tower
enough for a no-show.
face.
My nose is
Oh,
not
look at that. Brian Clark, who while is one of the biggest men in this sport, can move like a cat, not afraid to do just about anything outside the
Tiger
ring,
Hung Low.
inside the
Thank
ring.
you,
Shows
Joey on
little fear.
YouTube.
Any
Tiger
opponent
Hung
steps in the
Low
ring,
was
look
Brian
at that.
Adams'
Absolutely,
name
one of the most agile big
when
men
he's
in
doing
wrestling
his
today, no doubt about it.
super racist
Brian Adams
HWA
Great.
gimmick,
Certainly
mentoring the Young Dragons.
Brian Adams, he kind of reminds me of George O'Leary a little bit because he says he's from Kahuna, Hawaii, when I know for a fact he's really from Honolulu.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh, here we go. Fatty Boom Fatty.
Oh, wow.
Fatty
Big full
Boom
Nelson
Batty.
Slam. There you go. The
What a
power
name
Chronic.
for a move. Fatty Boom Batty.
Chronic looking better than ever, Jeremy.
Certainly
Again,
Brian Adams
why
and
is the
Brian Clark
referee mic'd?
have seen their share of opponents in the ring, certainly at this stage of the game.
And certainly they haven't met quality competition like these native warriors here.
Brian Clark bringing back some of that
Making a name
blood
for
runs
themselves in the
cold
World Wrestling All-Stars. That's
offense.
what it's all about, folks. Take a look at our opening match, our Cruiserweight survival
Ooh.
match. Just looking for an opportunity, just looking for a chance. And certainly two different styles here with Native Blood and Chronic.
Two different styles. One team
certainly.
does moves,
One
the
team
other
traveled
one
the world
takes
and wrestling in
moves.
every major promotion in the world. The other team just looking for a chance to shine. Here are the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Chronic is looking good doing that.
Mark Madden
Cover,
was
not
like
enough to
Gadzooks, the
Native
announcer.
Blood. And certainly, you gotta
He
wonder.
had the most
Disco Inferno, you
baseline
made an
level
open challenge
of like what
to
teenagers were
An
into
open
and would just
challenge
scream
tonight.
at
You
me.
feel that there's anybody in the back that you can defeat because you feel that it should have been your world title shot?
Yeah, well, I don't see anybody.
Like
in
he
the back.
watched
Hey,
one
check
Kevin
out the
Smith
backstage
movie
area.
and he's like, I know what the kids are
When's
into.
the last time I won a match?
Last time I saw you, you were throwing a banana off a cage.
Hey, what is this? Who wants to be millionaire, whatever that show is?
Who wants to be a stuttering idiot? There's a big chop
Who wants to
coming
be
out
a
of the corner.
million? That's right. This is the era where
Brian
that shows a
Adams and Brian
One
thing.
would think these tomahawk chops by the Native Americans would have more effect.
Look at this, sizing him up. It's Clark now.
Yes, Mark Madden. It's funny. Mark Madden is a small town morning zoo host because in real life, he's a drive time major market sports talk show host.
Listen, where were these guys native blood? Where are they from?
They're from California.
Are
They're
these
from
the guys,
Brooklyn.
Are these the guys that used to wrestle the Mulkey brothers in South Carolina all the time?
Please. Yet to come tonight, Juventud Guerrero, Psychosis, and Eddie Guerrero.
For Eddie Guerrero's on this show.
Belt, certainly.
On this
It's
show,
interesting to see Eddie Guerrero back in action. Oh, beautiful.
how far do we
DDT.
think Disco could have made it on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? How far can you get with the life chance? 3, 4
In about a
questions?
minute, I'm going to take your open challenge. Big double drop kick by the Youngbloods. Now I'm doing it.
1, 2,
Okay, that's the thing with
and not enough
putting
to pin.
Borash with these
Brian Adams
guys
of Chronic. Both these men
is
certainly
they're telling
in
such
incredible
bad
physical
jokes,
condition.
and Borash's
Adams and
attempt to
Clark.
try to sell them is to not sell them, and it just makes them more annoying.
In New York, there was nothing more intimidating than seeing two mean Indians walking on the street. Boy, everybody's always
Oh,
staying on their way
gosh.
for sure.
Native Americans. And they're doing a good job. These Native Blood guys, they're
Jeez.
taking it to Chronic a little bit. I think it might be a temporary
He would pick up the
condition.
phone of Disco, called them as a life, and Conan.
Wow, tremendous
That's what he's
strength.
doing
Those guys are
now.
strong, Chronic.
Is it fair to say
I don't know,
Disco
Russo?
is the two strongest wrestlers in the pro wrestling All-Stars. Maybe you throw Scott Steiner in there too.
Well, they would be the two strongest wrestlers. They'd be two up.
That's what you can fill with the lifelines. That's a good point, Tecmo. He would call Raven.
Still more confrontation
Hi, Eric.
between
Love you.
those two midgets. Look at this. Sizing up at it's Brian Clark with the meltdown coming up.
Oh. Yeah, Borash is trying to be Lance Russell or Kermit the Frog, but he's really, I don't know, like, they're being so annoying
Sometimes when you go in there and make
that he just has to
all you
ignore
do is
them.
get Chronic more pissed off.
Like it prolonged the
It's not really chemistry.
Adams and Clark.
Oh.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with going through a little pain and agony during the match.
I remember this match being so much shorter. Like, why is it still going?
Here we go. A little high times, I think, Jeremy.
This is that show. It's right into 73. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Oh, high time.
Oh, wow, man.
Once again, it's Chronic.
Yeah, Borash is trying, because I think Borash realizes that he might have a future in wrestling. And these other guys are stuck in WCW mode where they think that a millionaire is just going to give them money for fucking around.
Are among the best tag teams in wrestling anywhere.
And once again, taking the advantage, taking the opportunity.
Another entrance song that is way better suited for Bret Hart than what he had.
From the Cruiserweights, kicking things off with Cruiserweight Survival.
Fire Pro, isometric camera mode.
And tonight,
And the only ones that blew it are these the native whatchamacallit.
I don't think the naturals were a thing yet.
Boy,
No.
they blew it.
hell of an effort, I will say.
But also, Native Blood was
Not enough.
local.
Native
so.
Warriors, it doesn't matter what their name is.
You must have done a good 30 seconds of preparation for tonight's broadcast.
Well, I
Ladies and
wasn't
gentlemen,
prepared for the
you-
broadcast. I prepared to wrestle tonight, okay? My title shot was taken away from me. I'm supposed to wrestle
Ventura
that jacked up
and
spaz
Nisi
Brian
Nash.
Christopher, who I know for a fact has been spending his time signing autographs at bar mitzvahs these days.
Look at the size of the
That's
screens
true.
they
Tonight,
have.
it's going to be Brian Christopher and the chosen
Giant
one, Jeff Jarrett, for the
old
World
tube
Wrestling All-Stars
TVs.
World Heavyweight title. Your main event tonight, plus a lot of things yet to come. We have no idea what Bret Hart is cooking up backstage, but certainly we do know it's going
Cooking
to be
up.
Storm and
Bret Hart's
Sabu.
cooking
You know it's going to be a
with
three-way dance for the
was it
Cruiserweight
Sexy
belt.
Red
Eddie
and
Guerrero,
Jordan
Psychosis,
Grace?
Juventud Guerrera, three-way dance tonight.
Can't wait for that three-way dance. Eddie Guerrero. might
Also,
have
while
an
these
edge. Bit of
idiots
a
are
mean
blabbing, as a
streak
reminder,
as compared to
due to life
Juventud Guerrero and
circumstances for
Psychosis.
tonight only, I'm
But I
doing a
just like the
virtual
fact that
tip
Brian
jar.
Christopher got the
QR
title
codes
shot
are down
new.
there. Don't feel like you have to, but if you
Well, at
can,
least I look good
$2
on
would
TV.
help out a
An
lot.
open challenge made.
And I don't.
But again, I'm
We'll
doing
see
this
what
for free,
happens.
so don't feel like you
Is
have
there
to.
any word on the open challenge? Any word
Venmo
from the back
and
yet?
PayPal.
No word from the back. I tell you what, but we have heard from the back that, well, let's take it to Terry Taylor backstage.
Borash seems so annoyed. Oh, it's Terry Taylor.
Bad attitude, though. Give me the mic before I use your balls as a speed bag. Yes, this is Puppet the Psycho Dwarf. Midgets are the true stars of America. When we came out of
Yeah.
our mother, the doctors and the nurses
God, I
just
don't
stopped
miss
and
those
stared.
hats.
When I was a little child, I would weeble wobble down the street. Everybody would stop and stare.
Yeah,
My
R.I.P.
ultimate
Puppet.
goal in life is to destroy
was a
every
character.
midget, every weeble wobble that walks
Yeah,
in
hopefully he
America.
doesn't have a gun on
And
him.
then, when they're broken down, I will
And thankfully
be
there are no
the
trash
true
cans nearby.
Star of America. God bless America.
Oh, here we go. The WWA gal. Don't remember. I know the first show there were like a dozen of them. These might just be dancers from a local club. I don't think it's the same girls as the first show. Though it does just kind of look like moms that got drunk and are like line dancing.
Thank you very much.
Hey gals, remember that How Bizarre song? Click. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I don't care how they dance, I just care how they look. The beautiful Starettes.
The Starettes. All right.
Pay-per-view.
Starettes.
Certainly, as we come to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
How Bizarre.
See, I don't even know what to think after the angry midget. just let us know what his feelings were.
That's right. 2 of them do have matching pants, and the 3rd one's like, nope, I'm not doing that. That's a good point.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Whoa.
the lovely Starettes here is part of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
One just smacked the other one on the ass.
Hey, that's entertainment in my book.
It really is.
Yeah. Well,
I'd like to get paid in Star
Like,
Wars if
how
possible.
much of a degenerate
I think
do
one
you
thing we
have
can
to
always
be?
count on is the unexpected here in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
That,
And certainly,
like,
as we look forward
just,
to
like,
the big main event
2
tonight, Brian Christopher,
fully clothed
Jeff
women
Jarrett,
smacking
we've
each
got some
other's
great
butts,
action
and
as
it's
well.
like-
We've already seen Chronic looking very impressive tonight.
Like, cum
Chronic's
face.
unbelievable. The Native Blood tag team held in there, Jeremy, and gave Chronic all they could handle for a while. But when you have that much power and that much agility,
Is he
and that
trying to
much
do an
experience,
accent?
and that much speed, I mean, for big guys, they move pretty fast.
Also,
You
we've
knew
gone
Chronic
back to the
would break
desk
them
like
down
2
sooner
or 3
later
times
and break
since the last
Native Blood
match.
down.
Here we go. They don't even get music. They're just going to come out and start doing their shit.
Oh, they're just starting the match.
Wait a minute, the midgets are
Hit him on the
back.
handle
The
side. Oh,
look
no.
at this. Are you serious?
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
When was the last
Okay.
time you saw midget wrestlers? When was the last time you saw midgets? Here we are. The
Why
World
is
Wrestling
Borash
All-Stars.
doing that
It's
voice?
Tio, and he calls it, if you see his shirt in the red, midget killer. Suplex on the ramp.
What a haircut on
These
Puppet.
guys can't even get on the big kids ride in an amusement park, and they're out here killing each other, Jeremy.
Yeah, these 2 had
Little
quite the
unknown
run in
fact about
TNA.
these
Oh, dear.
These guys have actually been feuding for years. Having these
I'm glad you're
hardcore
back,
matches
Jose,
for years.
on YouTube.
When the feud started, they were both 6'2".
Look at these midgets go.
They just really want to say that
Kill the little
word.
bastard.
Come on, Mark, please. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, Mark Madden's so happy that Puppet has given him permission
They're
to
gonna
say
need
the
body
word.
bags after this, Jeremy.
Jeremy, do you know what type of buy rate we could do if one of these midgets killed the other one right here live?
Jeez.
Please. He's got a trash can.
Jeremy,
Like,
you've got body bags, maybe a
will
couple
preface
baggies or
it.
something like that.
Wait a minute. It's
Puppet
Tio now. Tio is the man in
has
the black.
gone, like,
Puppet is in
before
the
he
red.
passed, publicly said
Is
he
now
preferred
wearing
that word.
trash can.
Oh, come on.
You're kidding me.
Because I guess, to his point, if you
Are
put
you kidding
little
me?
people wrestling on a flyer, people
And for a
don't
second
go.
time, it's Tio delivering a chair.
There's the trash
This game will be
can.
available on the Xbox
Please
in a few months.
keep your legs where I can see them.
Wait a minute. He has that. He is now encased Puppet.
Oh,
He's
no,
encased
come on.
Garbage
Puppet.
can. No, not from the.
No.
Yeah, Hornswoggle has said the same thing.
No, yes.
Yes.
I mean, yes. Go. Try to kill yourself.
It's Tio on the very top rope.
Why?
Oh, no. He might die.
He's trying.
Do it.
Fly, midget, fly!
Oh!
God, are you ready? Did that just happen?
Hey, there's a lot on the line, Jeremy. I hear the winner gets elevator shoes.
Oh, gosh. They're doing
It's
all of
Puppet
their
inside,
80s WWF
or what's left
jokes.
of Puppet inside that garbage can. Tio, the man in black now going for a pin. 1, 2. Hardcore action. Pinfalls count anywhere. Here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. You've seen.
And, like, here's the thing. They were
what's
pretty
transpired
damn good.
backstage. These two have been at it all day.
Like, this match and the match they
Hey, if
had at
anybody dies,
TNA
we
were
have a
both
cremated
pretty
body.
freaking
I got a
good.
Bic lighter.
I think they did a match for
And
IWA
it's now
Mid-South,
Tio
too.
on
That
the
was,
outside.
like, a
Has
lot of
Puppet.
fun.
Oh,
Right
big
hand. Right hand.
They were,
Big
like,
right hand.
crazy bump takers.
Kill him.
Especially
Come on, you guys
Tio.
aren't being violent
Tio
enough.
was a nutcase.
That's right. The back of that guy's shirt says BloodyMidgets.com. Well, I want blood for crying out loud.
Pull out a sharper object to hit him with.
Right?
Oh, Brian.
Bloody midgets. Bloody midgets. I want bloody midgets.
Will you
You guys are getting carried away.
stop?
It's action in the ring. It's Tio.
Oh!
Face first. Leg drop. To the face.
That was a
No use
that was a
ticket. Yes,
Billy
Vince
Barty
Russo
face
was
buster,
shadow
I think.
booking these shows. Yes.
Look at these midgets go. There's
Jeremy
a lot on the
Borash was
line.
there
This
as,
is
like,
the biggest midget match ever to
his
win a
representative.
phrase.
Into the ropes now. Goes Tio. Ducks the clothesline by Puppet.
Oh.
Wait, he has him up. Wait a minute. He has
Oh,
him up.
oh.
What are we going to see here from
There's
Puppet?
him do an Emerald Flosion. Oh!
1, 2.
No, that's not enough to beat a midget in a hardcore match. Come on.
Yes, that is Marty Elias, by the way.
Falls count anywhere.
Falls count anywhere. Hardcore midget action for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
So over the bottom rope's not a DQ automatically.
What are we going to see here?
High vertical.
Oh!
Vertical
Jackhammer.
suplex into a jackhammer.
That was more like a
Borash is like,
There's a kick
I
out.
think, executive vice president
out.
of
And
something,
it's Puppet.
something.
You know, I've been waiting
Like,
for this since the Viagra.
he oversees,
and the
like,
WCW.
Boy, Puppet
A lot of,
had
he's like
his
Triple
relations
H's,
here
like,
with the fans at
right-hand
ringside.
guy now.
Wow. This guy's willing to challenge anybody.
Maybe you. Maybe they'll accept the open challenge.
Into the ropes now. Look at that.
Oh.
Beautiful maneuver.
Yeah, people don't really talk about how,
Puppet
like,
is
much
one badass
power
midget, baby.
Here's a
Jeremy
cover. That's
Borash
gonna do it. 1,
has
2.
in WWE.
Oh, not enough. Not enough to
Like, he's the real invisible hand
from the
of
World
wrestling.
Wrestling All-Stars.
Why aren't they trying to hit each other or trying to throw them off the balcony or some type of violent maneuver?
It's my understanding the loser has to be a lawn ornament.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Borash worked so hard, and he got so little for so many years. I'm so happy that it's really paid off. Oh!
Oh, he's going for the... What is that?
It's a
Oh,
modified
a
Boston
pendulum.
Crab.
Pendulum of pain.
A modified Boston Crab.
It's a midget tamer.
That would be the best comparison, Alex, is he's kind of Triple H's Bruce Pritchard.
Jeremy, you're speechless. Fill in some gaps here for crying out loud. Help me out.
Well, I wish I had more background on
Exactly,
these guys.
Brian.
Well, we do now. They are from
He ate
Chicago.
so
And I
much
understand that the
crap
parents were
for
midgets.
so many years.
And now,
And
We should have Randy
now
Moss
he's in a
as guest
place
referee.
he can kind of do
Now,
what he
these short
wants.
people got no reason to
And
live,
he's
that's
got
for
like
sure.
the biggest
back
canvas
into the ring
in the
now
world.
goes Puppet.
And
The trash
exactly,
can has been
Brian.
thrown
He's
in.
not on TV. He's not putting himself on TV.
And
He
it's
could.
Tio
He
meeting him
very
as
well
enters the
could.
ring. Tio delivering
Big
some.
right hand.
He's not.
There he's climbing now.
He's
Here we
going
go.
up.
Count to 10. Can he do it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like, Jeremy Borash was going around editing TNA TV on his lap.
Wait a minute. Powerbomb.
This reminds me of La Parquita against Octagoncito, except there was a lot more good wrestling.
And see, the thing
It's
is,
just really violent.
they're aware of
Here's a
the
cover.
good
1,
minis
2.
from
Just
from Mexico.
barely picking out.
Mark Matt just name dropped
What
two of
strength
them.
is left with what he can muster up from inside to continue in this contest.
Maybe he should put him in the trash can.
Absolutely,
Cover the trash
Brian.
can
Yeah,
with a
if
lid
they,
to
they
suffocate
totally
him.
could, but I bet he doesn't want to.
At this point,
I
Puppet
bet he's
looks to be
like,
doing
nope,
just
I'm
about
happy
anything he
doing
can.
my thing.
Now is putting that
I mean, people
trash can
forget, like, about a
in the,
decade ago,
between
he
the
had
first and second ropes.
kind of gotten out of wrestling and was
As
like
Tio now.
working for
Oh,
Stern
he's almost
and
dead.
doing
This could
stuff
be the
for
final finishing maneuver
God,
of
what's the
his lifetime
chef?
right now.
Puppet.
God, Gail Kim's husband, Big Jack fella.
Face first into that garbage can. Dear Lord.
These guys are going to be
Yeah,
awful
P.D. Williams
battered,
works for
bruised, and
WWE.
swollen.
He'll
I hope
pop
they
up
can
on
still
TV
fit
every
into
now
those
and again.
Teletubbies outfits.
Robert Irvine, thank you, Suzanne.
Please, Mark.
Yeah, he was doing like Robert Irvine's touring show.
Wait a minute. To the top
Oh
rope.
my God.
To the top rope
You gotta be kidding me.
is Tio.
He must be at least a good 6.5, 7 feet in the air.
Oh, he landed weird.
After that one, you won't see that man making cookies up in a tree anymore.
I
He was up
believe
so high,
the
he
next
could have almost
WWA
reached up
show
and
after
grabbed a
this
basketball
might
goal.
have been the one in Scotland.
It's Tio now.
Might have
Down.
been.
Puppet going
I
to
haven't
work.
looked that far
On
ahead.
Tio. Midget action from the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Wait a minute. Were these guys Oompa Loompas in that Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory movie?
That's enough.
That Willy Wonka
Out to the
Chocolate
stage
Factory
now.
movie.
They're going to
You-
brawl into the crowd. I
And
hope.
the
Let's see what happens.
is
Let's
just
see what
too
happens.
much to
Puppet.
say out loud.
Putting the boots to Tio. Puppet now. What does he have? What's he doing?
What? He's going under the ring for something.
Oh my
What is
God.
Yeah, that's the thing, is because of the
Oh,
stage, they
he's
couldn't
got
really
a-
put stuff
he's got a-
under the
It's a
ring,
bag.
so they just
Stuff.
tucked it between the stage.
Thumbtacks.
Hey, refs as
You're
wizards.
kidding me.
Yeah, we're gonna do thumbtacks in the part of the building where you're least likely to be able to see
Come
them.
on.
At what
For
point?
God's sakes.
At what point?
That's a human being. I know it's a midget, but it's still a human being, I
Oh,
think.
God,
What's he gonna
disco.
do?
Puppet now.
Fireman's carry.
Like, I'm trying to remember that this is 2002 and we were all pieces of
No,
shit
don't.
back then,
No,
but...
yes, do.
Don't
Do it.
Don't
Do it.
Stop.
Do it.
Stop.
Do it.
Stop.
Oh, I thought he was gonna do an attitude adjustment. Oh, he barely slammed him on that. But the stage hurts.
And
There
mercifully,
we go.
Puppet has defeated Tio.
Puppet, the Psycho Dwarf.
Jeff Conley, you bought this pay-per-view?
What?
I can't believe it was an option. I didn't even have the option to buy this show. Why is Scott Steiner coming out now? And now Scott Steiner is going to come out and walk through thumbtacks. All right, no, you stick it. Look up. The next show we'll watch in a few months is The Eruption from April in Melbourne. Melbourne, as Australians call it.
Just 'cause I know him. Look at these broads.
The one in the middle doesn't really know what to do with her hands, so she's just kind of like thumbing her belt.
Ladies, apparently the precursor to the arrival of the big bad booty daddy.
The big bad booty daddy.
Is here in Las
Do you
Vegas
think
for the
Scott
World
Steiner
Wrestling
ever
All-Stars.
listened to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy?
And
Like, do you
apparently
think
he's just taken
Scott
this
Steiner
time.
was into the swing revival?
He has picked this opportunity now.
What's he gonna do?
Steiner, no, come on,
Oh,
Steiner.
come on. Come on.
Come on, keep it going. Yeah.
There was a
There you
swing
go, you
revival.
big bully.
Oh no,
You
he's
got
going to
somebody your
hurt
own
these
size.
people.
Not you, Scott. Keep going.
Steiner now has Puppet. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Come on.
That was way safer than I thought
I love
it'd
it.
be.
Well, they asked for it. They're getting what they deserve.
I love it. God
Oh.
help me. I love it so.
That's the lighter
Tio
one.
now. Oh, the big
Oh
bad-
gosh.
The big bad booty daddy has Tio over his head.
Oh
What's he gonna do?
no, oh no, oh no. Why? Okay, at least there were people there to
Steiner's
catch
just won
him.
Olympic gold in the midget toss. Way to go, Big Papa Pump.
2002.
What does that
As
bring
we
the
cut
night
to a
medal
woman
count
just
to?
rubbing her hands. Is she doing the Chris Benoit ECW thing?
He looks better
Is
than
she a
ever,
crippler?
better than ever.
Back
Remember that promo?
the World Wrestling All-Stars. What an incredible physique.
He had drop foot at this point, Alex, to answer Alex the Great. One of his feet did not work.
And check it that.
Blame Bin
For
Laden.
God's sake.
Now everybody knows. Yeah, I'm gonna
What happened to the other women?
Wu-Tang, Bourgeois, Snapper, and Clam. I definitely busted.
Oh my gosh,
Now
Scott.
last night, I took Miss May up to my bungalow.
Your
And she
bungalow?
took me up to the mountaintop and piss knocked until she called me the big bad.
He
Booty
just said that he
daddy.
pissed on her?
Now for some reason,
Yeah, he
that
pissed on our
Canadian son of a
friend.
bitch, Bret Hart, didn't consider me worthy enough to wrestle for the world title.
Yeah, because you were busy urinating on people in your bungalow.
My freaks and my peaks. Whether official
That is not
match or
Mendasian.
I'm gonna officially kick somebody's ass.
Oh, wait a minute.
These are, I
Let it
believe,
be
just
known.
some
You
dancers
should go
from
back there
the
and find
a
somebody
local
and kick
club.
their ass.
Let
It
it
had
be known
nothing
that
to do
the
with
Big Bad
wrestling.
Booty Daddy is here in Vegas.
There's a lot
But
of
like
people
like
here,
was
man. You want-
ought to happen with wrestling
He is here
you wanted to fight
in this
early.
era, just call up a
While he is
club.
here,
Hey, we need like a
he's
half
made it
dozen
known
women
he is
to
not
walk out with
getting the
somebody.
world title shot tonight. And let's be honest, this is
Man wanted to
completely
fight. Man's
pissed
been
off.
looking for a fight all night.
Scott knows.
Scott, hey,
I'm
Man's
a big
been looking
supporter
for
of
a
Big
fight all
Papa
night.
Pump.
If you want to fight, fight man.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute.
That's good for me.
Oh gosh. There, Tinzon! Tinzon's like, I got you, Scotty.
And it's the Disco Inferno.
Again, nobody acknowledged that that's Hiroshi
Well, I
Tinzon.
can see the open challenge has been accepted.
Oh,
See the power. See the power of the superstar, Jeremy. He is all
I have
over
no
the Disco
idea
Inferno.
why Tinzon's there.
It's now
I don't
Disco
think it's ever
Inferno
been
now.
explained.
Oh, wait a minute. Delivering some offense to the Big Bad Booty Daddy. Disco Inferno.
It's not like they
Hang
booked
on a
like
minute.
guys from New
Belly
Japan on the show.
to
It's
belly suplex
just
over the top
Tinzon.
By Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, who has returned to the world of professional wrestling in a big way. And unfortunately for the Disco Inferno, he's the
I
first
don't
victim of a big
know.
chop by
I'm
Steiner.
so confused.
And a big right hand.
Tinzon did not have a match. He just sat
Scott
there.
Steiner is just inflicting punishment, Jeremy, the way only Scott Steiner can.
Why is Disco getting a
trying to mount
comeback?
A little offense here, though.
Not so fast.
Oh, that nose rammed into the turnbuckle. Scott Steiner is all over the
I thought
mighty
he was going to do the
VI.
Panama
Look at this
Sunrise.
beautiful belly-to-belly suplex.
Oh!
And the Disco Inferno.
I think
Our
Puppet
broadcast
somehow got a
return
safer
victim.
suplex than Disco
Well, in the
did.
hands of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, the Big Bad Booty Daddy, the man with the strongest pimp hand in Vegas.
There are two rules in life, Jeremy.
Again,
One is
2002.
There's always a victim.
We're just saying
Rule
everything.
number two
Hey,
is
Shellcracker.
Don't be Scott Steiner's
Yeah,
victim.
Tinzon doesn't turn down comp tickets. He'll fly across the country or the world
And look at this.
if you give him a
It's
free
just
ticket to a
test. It's
wrestling
just a toy
show.
for the Big Bad Booty Daddy. Not even a match. Not even a sanctioned event.
I'd say
As
DDP
Scott
was
Steiner
the
has
most
held
surprising
hostage
person
the
to not
revolution
be on a
for the World
WWA
Wrestling
show.
All-Stars, taking upon himself to destroy the Disco Inferno.
Well, there is
Because
no
I think
referee,
the
so this
last
carnage
one
is gonna
ran
last
after he
as
came
long as
back
Scott
from his
Steiner
injury,
wants
from
him
his
to.
neck injury.
They're up top now, Scott Steiner. Oh! Big belly-to-belly superplex up
Yeah, this
top.
is the only time
Steiner
Tinzon ever
this
worked
ring.
for this
The
company.
energy. He'll be
Didn't
pushing
wrestle,
up on
just
Freak
sat in the-
Slater.
just
He's pushing up for
sat
us
in the
right
corner.
now.
And
A
Steiner,
tiny ass ring.
not even a sanctioned match, goes to work now. Oh,
Like,
and here
why
it
are
is.
they working a
The
match?
finishing maneuver of the Big Bad
Because
Booty
again,
Daddy,
they-
the Steiner recliner to the Disco Inferno.
I don't think
They
he's
did
quite
the
enough.
match structure.
Scott Steiner with Well,
but
not
no
mercy. Maybe
referee.
he just got bored because
Yeah,
that
DDP was
a
in
one-sided
WWE at this point, but by the time they did the later shows, I think he was
the most
out.
magnificent athlete in America today, Scott Steiner.
Well, he's back, and he has picked this
And like I know he had the neck injury, but he was doing indie.
audience for the World Wrestling All-Stars to show the wrestling world that the big bad booty
He probably was just smart and realized it's not worth it.
ready to take names and kick some ass.
Yeah, Scott Steiner was injured at this point too, but he still worked a full match pretty
I don't
much.
think Scott much cares if he takes
There was
names.
no
He's
bell,
gonna wipe out anything
no referee,
and anyone in his
but there was a
path.
submission.
Scott Steiner is in the WWA in the biggest way possible.
Well, he certainly is, and I think he will have those 6 for lunch.
Yeah,
And his peaks.
he's got big arms.
Are more impressive sometimes, Jeremy.
Ah, yes, the lovely ladies accompanying the big bad booty daddy, as he has certainly picked this opportune time.
They just
to
stop
return
his
to the
music
world
for
of
no reason.
professional wrestling,
Like,
laying
Scott, get to the
out
back.
The Disco Inferno before our very own eyes.
Is it?
in front
We
of
don't
a
have shampoo
worldwide
commercials.
television audience. What an opportune
We had
time.
that.
Now,
I'm glad that would
Scott
suffice.
Steiner, here in
Right.
the World Wrestling All-Stars, has been with us on tours of the United Kingdom. He's been to Ireland. Nice hair, by the way. Been to Ireland with
All
us,
right.
been to the United Kingdom, and really for the first time back here on television. The
That
United
is a
States
factoid tech move.
has
Scott
chosen
Steiner,
to
one of like 2 or 3 guys on the
dismantle the
show
Inferno and
with
Say
a
it like
college
it's a bad
degree.
thing.
Wow.
In retrospect, did Disco do the wrong thing making an open challenge, Jeremy? It's starting to look like
Tenzon's just
he may
walking
well
around
have.
now.
Yeah, he certainly has. Well, Big Papa Pump has
I
returned.
think he's going to
and
the back. I
certainly
think that was his spot. Yeah, he's just leaving. Tenzon's just leaving now.
What- I think your open challenge has been answered, Disco. Thank you.
Why is Disco coming back?
All right. Well, the Disco Inferno will live to breathe another day.
The reason why they're sitting
An
so
ass
close at the
beating,
desk is because
and one
Disco
that
was going to come
well-deserved, if I
back.
may say myself.
Please go to the
from
back.
The one and only Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. Yet to come tonight, it's Sabu and Devon Storm, one-on-one, no disqualification match. And certainly,
off to get
that
some
one's going to be
cheese
wild.
fries.
And we are going to
Tenzon's
see
like, I've got some
certainly,
vouchers I need to cash
an
in.
unbelievable no disqualification contest there.
Well, Devon Storm, we all remember him as the guy at the gas station, the guy in the jean shorts, the guy who was crazy,
No,
who would risk himself
we don't,
to
because he
get a
didn't wear
move
jean
in,
shorts.
Who would risk more than that to win a match, but he's kind of calmed down a little from what I
Well,
hear.
well, geez.
He's still evil, he's still calculating, he's still dangerous, but I heard he's been working out in the ring quite a bit, Jeremy. He's just
Yes, Tecmo. They have the cough and the talk back
We'll
buttons
see what
on
he
the
has to
table.
offer tonight against Sabu.
Well, certainly it's going to be an interesting match. Let's see what's up next. It's Juventud
I'm glad the
Guerrero
Olympics
versus Psychosis versus
are getting
Eddie
ad time
Guerrero,
on Twitch
and
on
that
my
one is
show.
going to be for the
Thank you
Cruiserweight
for letting
match,
me
the
know.
Cruiserweight title.
Well, the last time I saw Juventud Guerrero, he was fighting off half a dozen cops and he was naked.
Crowbar
And,
wore the
you know, two
cutoff,
guys in
the
a wrestling
jeans with
ring,
the
that
giant
would be
holes
old
in
hat
them.
for him, I would say. I'd say Hoovy will have no problem competing like crazy in this match.
Should be a great one.
I do not
Cruiserweight
remember
action
him at all
underway
wearing
for the
jean
World
shorts.
Wrestling All-Stars Revolution from Las Vegas.
Here we go. Juventud Guerrero. On the last show, if you remember, they had a ladder match for a Cruiserweight title that Hoovy stole from a promoter in California. And I believe this match is for that stolen title.
There he is, Juventud Guerrero. Now at our
Whovy's
last
mask
pay-per-view,
is
the
in his
Inception
pants.
from Australia. It was Juventud. That mic obviously damaged by
The little bottles, I thought he was
the back
chugging baby
of the
oil.
Disco Inferno suplex right on our announcer's mic,
You
for
little
God's sake.
Did we
weirdo.
sue Disco Inferno to make him pay for damages to the
Ladies and
microphone?
gentlemen,
Juventud Guerrero, the former.
And why are they stopping the music before they get to the ring?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, those are the
Ladies
little
and
little
gentlemen,
bottles you get
Psychosis in
room
the ring now.
service. Hoovy just took those from his
Hovy's in the
room.
ring, please. Psychosis on his way
ladies
to
and
the ring.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a three-way dance. Introducing
Yeah,
to you
Scott
first,
Steiner's workout
180
video, if you guys have never seen
pounds,
it,
and hailing
it's
from Mexico City,
great.
Distrito Federal,
I believe there are a lot of
Mexico,
clips on
Juventud
YouTube.
Guerrero. Weighing in at 195 pounds.
All right,
and
so
hailing from
Psychosis
Tijuana,
is the,
Mexico, here is Psychosis.
The champion. Again, that's a stolen belt
In front of a great crowd in Cardiff,
And
Wales.
from a promoter
ladies
named
and
Kirk
gentlemen,
White in California.
210 pounds and coming to us
Just
from
Eddie.
El Paso, Texas. Here is Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, there we go. We got a last name.
From Eddie
By the way,
Guerrero.
that is the actual spelling of Eddie's name.
Like
Like I know that it's a lot of people use the EDDIE, spelling,
Look at that.
but that is
He's
EDDY is how
and he
Eddie
challenges
spelled
tonight
his name.
For the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World, Eddie Guerrero versus Psychosis.
I'm getting a headache from that
the
screen.
Cruiserweight belt of the World Wrestling All-Stars on the line in this great contest.
In a three-way dance, Jeremy, you always wonder
God, he's so
where
big.
the secret alliances may have been forged. What alliances will be forged during the course of a match? Hoovy, Psycho, Eddie, they've all been partners. They've all been opponents.
And because Eddie
over their
wasn't on the
long,
last tour, they don't
illustrious
have a video
careers. I'm sure
for
there's a
him.
backstory
They just
going into
flashed
this
some
match,
text.
and I'm sure that backstory will avail itself in a big way once the bell rings.
Well, certainly.
This is the Eddie Guerrero
Story
redemption
right now,
tour.
the here and now is the Cruiserweight title. Now,
He had been
really
fired
isn't so
from
much at stake
WWE
here
for
Eddie
his
Guerrero.
various
Something to
demons,
prove. Eddie Guerrero
got
has been
clean,
through a lot in the last year, certainly,
and this
back
has been
on
proven that
pay-per-view
he's
has been a long
ready
road
to
for
go.
Eddie Guerrero, but certainly here tonight, he's in the ring with two of the most incredible, high-flying, lucha libre style athletes in the world today in Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis.
Let me
Mark
ask you this,
Jackson,
Jeremy. Does
Mark
Eddie
Johnson
strike
showing everybody.
you
Yep.
maybe
Not
as
our
a more
property. Not
polished
our property.
all-around wrestle? Maybe
Eddie
a guy
looking
who's a little more
quote-unquote
accomplished on the
well.
mat. Maybe a guy who
He was clean of
decides to
alcohol.
grind the match, can get an edge.
Have a
I somewhat
feeling
wonder
that he had different
if
stuff
that's
in
Eddie
his
Guerrero's
syringes
strategy for this
than I
bout.
did.
Well, you really have to have a strategy.
Speculation, allegedly.
Juventud Guerrera, Psychosis, Eddie Guerrero. Three-way dance for the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World for the World Wrestling All-Stars. A little history on the belt. If you saw the revolution, or rather if you saw
A
the
little,
inception
that's just a
of
little
last year's
history on the
World
belt.
Wrestling All-Stars.
Juventud
In the
Guerrera
opening
stole
contest, it was Juventud Guerrera one-on-one with Psychosis in a ladder match. An incredible match, incredible action between
Was it
Juventud
incredible?
and Psychosis. And of course it was
All
Juventud
right.
coming out on top with the belt later in the year in Cardiff, Wales. Psychosis defeated Juventud Guerrera and now currently
So, yeah,
holds
that's right,
the
Juvi did win
International
that
Cruiserweight Championship.
So Psychosis won the belt on an untelevised show. They couldn't have even done that because the winner went on in the tournament.
Guerrero content to sit in the corner, but now he rushes in to the action, and it's a three-way collar and elbow tie-up. Eddie Guerrero, a house of fire right away.
Triple threat match. That means at
Like,
any
I've
point,
never
whoever
done
catches the
drums,
pinfall is the winner. Three
but I
men in the
feel
ring
like
all at once.
watching this
And
match
certainly
with
that
that
can lead to
weird,
some
like,
incredible
Winamp
scenarios. Look at the
skin
action.
background
Look at Juventud Guerrera. Look at Psychosis.
is how
Look at Eddie Guerrero.
watching wrestling
Three
on
in the
drugs
ring
is
at
like.
once for the Cruiserweight Championship. Whoever catches the pinfall is the International
Oh.
Cruiserweight Champion of the world.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero is
has
like
Juventud
3
Guerrero.
levels above
Moving now, back
everybody
in the
on
rope.
this show so far. And he's only done a
the
couple of
floor.
sequences.
Goes Juventud Guerrero to the floor.
It is weird
Goes
watching
Eddie
Slick
Guerrero.
Johnson wear pants.
And now it's Psychosis. Psychosis taking a run for it. Psychosis over the top rope
Oh.
to the floor. And all three.
This was at the
All three on the
Aladdin
floor
Casino
with the
in
International Cruiserweight Championship
Paradise,
of the world on the
Nevada.
line.
There's
Jonathan
going to be a
looked that
ton
up
of
for us a little
punishment
bit
handed
ago.
out before this bout
The
is over.
Aladdin.
And it seems to be the smart thing to do. Oh, Hoovy thrown in
I almost
to
said the
protect
Alibaba
barrier.
Hotel and
It
Casino,
seems to
but
me
that's
smart
the
thing to
casino
do
from Four
would be to
Horsemen.
kind of lay off to the side
uh,
and let the other two guys wear each other down. But that's
whatever
not going to
that
happen,
other city
Jeremy.
was.
These guys have too much pride.
It's
and
now a
competitive
Planet
instinct
Hollywood. That makes
to sit
sense.
back and let the other two fight.
Beautiful spin kick from Psychosis from the top rope. That could do it. 2. Not enough to pin the reigning and defending International Cruiserweight Champion Psychosis.
Stop
As
the
he goes to work
screen.
right now
I'm
on
about
Juventud
to
Guerrero.
do a
Mark,
Twitch
you gotta
stream where I
think of the
just close
strategy
my
that's implemented
eyes
by
and
these three
guess
athletes.
what's
You gotta
happening.
wonder what game plan they have coming in. It's not your
The
typical match. 3 at once
Mexicools
leads to some
are
interesting and
4
well, some
years
opportune
away.
moments, but at the same time,
I think they were
can also be tougher.
2006.
And all these guys, oh, big face buster by Psychosis. All three of these guys have a mean streak. I think 1, 2.
The Hav, live your life in such a way strangers never comment on it being weird that you are wearing pants. That is tonight's life lesson. Oh, this is where Shania Twain has her residency now. Thank you, Techno, for looking that up. Wow.
Well, certainly you have to wonder.
Well, I can say about the most of this show, that don't impress me much.
Did these athletes go for instinct? And certainly Eddie Guerrero.
At least with the showboat
really,
in
if you take a look at
that
the
the
top three
AWA ran, they
Latino
could put
athletes
fans on
in
all
the
4
world
sides of the ring,
professional wrestling.
even if it was empty.
None stand out like these 3 individuals, and they are in the ring right now from Las Vegas, Nevada. Juventud Guerrero to the top rope. Has Eddie Guerrero where he wants
Because
him.
the setup is
Sizing him
so
up.
weird,
Beautiful
because
maneuver
it's a
by
ring up
Juventud
on a
Guerrero.
stage,
Big
and
Havoc
then
Corona by Hoovy. Is he going to go for the cover here? 1, 2.
why did he
Eddie kicks out.
Hurricane Corona?
Eddie, the most powerful athlete in the ring by far, Jeremy. It's going to take a bit more than that to keep his shoulders pinned for a 3 count.
Well, certainly they all three bring something to the table.
Like, seriously, Eddie just
Showcasing
doing a
that maneuver
backbreaker
to
was
Juventud
like,
Guerrero. Probably more of the speedier of the three,
leagues
the quicker,
above
the
everybody
higher
else.
athlete, the
Hey,
higher,
Optimum
risk
Vision.
athlete as far as the maneuvers go. Psychosis, a great ground wrestler, and at the times has a vicious aerial attack. Eddie Guerrero looked at as one of the top, if not the top mat wrestler in the world today, and is not afraid to fly as well. He's a total, complete athlete.
That'd be weird if he was afraid to fly.
Look, we
Like,
just went from
how would he get to
aerial
bookings?
To aerial to power with Eddie. He did a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker just moments ago, and a big hard kick there. Now he goes up top and takes Psychosis.
Yeah, Eddie worked harder on other shows, but still, Eddie at 50%. Eddie Guerrero is heads and tails and all other body parts ahead of everybody else so far.
I guess Tuvi's isn't quite as good.
Like, even the guys that are trying hard in the Cruiserweight 6, he's got that
Open the shows back and
polish.
forth on many of the international shows for the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly we are happy to announce we're going to be
Hillbillies.
going
Sticking
back
with
to
Shania
Australia.
references. I guess
April
Slick
14th
Johnson
will be
did
the
not, in
next
fact,
pay-per-view
shave his
from the
legs
World
for
Wrestling
this.
All-Stars. It's the Eruption. It will be coming to you from Melbourne. And for you fans in Australia, that will be actually taped for the American audience on the 13th. So it's going to be a wild night from Melbourne. And certainly, truly an international promotion.
What is
The
Hoovy
World
doing
Wrestling
here?
All-Stars. Look at this. Juventud Guerrera.
Oh!
Beautiful maneuver to Psychosis.
Up handle facebuster. Here's the cover. Eddie Guerrero won't even let him get to two.
I believe Psychosis and Hoovy got their pants from the same place.
Juventud Guerrera. Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Eddie's
and
Brainbuster
Psychosis.
is one of the all-time greats.
You know, a lot of
Definitely, I
wrestling
agree with you.
companies and
Will Hall.
Other promotions have been afraid to showcase cruiserweight talent for whatever reason. Well, we at the World Wrestling
Not like
All-Stars
us, who were
appreciate
also
what these
showing
three
it in a
individuals and certainly
mid-card
the six that
capacity.
opened the show tonight bring to the
Thank you,
table.
Brian, for
Incredible
showing the
high-flying
virtual tip jar. I
athletes.
appreciate it. Have a good night.
They know what they're doing in
I'll
the
see you
ring.
later. Don't watch too much CNN.
Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis, and Juventud Guerrera.
Eddie with that great cruiserweight maneuver of grinding the heel.
Right,
into
correction from No You Stick It. It was Deanna Carter who's saying today's show.
You have to wonder the strategy implemented by Eddie Guerrero.
See, right there. Side
Pulling it
suplex.
back. Suplex, and certainly
Simple move.
not enough to pin Juventud
Did it
Guerrera.
perfectly.
Really, the disadvantage comes to anybody
Like,
trying to
Psychosis
make a
just
pinfall
looks
as there
like
is always
a
third
deathmatch
person
guy.
trying to break
In his
the
little
pinfall
get-up
from
here.
taking place.
You have to disable
Like, he
one
looks
to
like the
pin the other.
semifinalist
The
of
last
Tournament
one
of
outside
Death
the ring,
that year.
get a pinning predicament on the other.
That could do it. Perfect example.
Hey, Random Eric. Yeah, that's
Now,
these guys all know each
pinfall
other so
attempt
well.
by Juventud Guerrera, or rather that by Psychosis, that is interrupted by Juventud Guerrera, heads up maneuver.
I don't know
He
why it
knows,
asked you to survive.
even if it's not
to
him who's
subscribe.
getting pinned or making the
That's
pinfall,
weird,
if he
Optimum
isn't the
Vision.
man on top, if he isn't the man making that
Yeah, this
3
is
count,
you don't have to
he's not
sub to
gonna come
watch
away with the
this. I don't know why it
International
asked you to.
Cruiserweight belt.
But essentially subs for me because other content creators on Twitch, they have like special emojis and stuff. I'm too dumb for that. It just I get paid a couple bucks.
It's Eddie Guerrero. Oh, look at that. Juventud Guerrero.
But definitely do not feel you have to sub.
A shot right to the lower extremities, if you will.
Hey Alberto, I love wrestling with regret.
Top rope.
Brian Zane, one of the
Juventud
greats.
Guerrero, Psychosis, and Eddie Guerrero. Triple threat match for the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World. All part of the revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars as we are live in Las Vegas, Nevada. First time on American soil for the WWA. And certainly while we have been around the world, while we have been to countries near and far,
I appreciate it, Optimum Vision. Thank you. I thought you were sub through Prime. I don't know what's going on with that. Look at Las Vegas. Reminder, they're in the middle.
Competing for the WWA Cruiserweight title. You're right, a lot of promotions say they want to have a Cruiserweight division, but they don't do it, or they don't know how to do it. Well, Psycho, Hoovy, Eddie, they know how to do it.
Psycho, Hoovy,
they certainly
Eddie,
do.
Steve,
Psychosis now
Jim
going
Bob,
on the left leg of
the Dance
Eddie
Boys.
Guerrero, who looks to be making a big return.
There's a guy in the
And
front row who
certainly
absolutely
showcasing
is a
his
high
efforts
roller.
with hopes of winning the International
White
Cruiserweight
suit, red
Championship,
shirt.
firmly held by Psychosis. Now, Juventud Guerrero, the only other man to hold that belt,
I need to work on
and that
emotes.
belt certainly.
That's something I've been
has stayed here,
slacking
really
on. I did a
represents lot of
bunch
the World
like
Wrestling
a
All-Stars
year ago and just
organization
never
as
did
we've
more.
seen
I've got like a
Cruiserweight
list of
showcase.
stuff.
A
I'll try to work on that in the next couple of
unbelievable-
weeks. I keep saying I will, but I will
Psychosis,
definitely
but
do
an
that.
Unbelievable cruiserweight division here in the World Wrestling All-Stars, and we are not afraid to feature them, folks. And we are not afraid.
We are not
to say
afraid
that
to put
cruiserweight belt
cruiserweights in the
means a
middle
lot
of the show
in
like
this company.
every other
No
promotion.
doubt about it, although it's getting real physical, real violent in there. Eddie with the series of elbows to the back of Psycho's head.
Look at that guy
Somebody gonna go
behind.
back up top?
They cut away again.
Energy, or will this stay on the ground and turn into more of a slugfest? There's a takedown by Psycho. Hoovy now stomping Psycho. Boy, these
That guy does look
keep
like he's
going
doing
and
Brother
going
Love
and going.
cosplay.
That's the cruiserweight genre. A limitless supply of energy, it seems, Jeremy.
Yeah, it really does seem that way. And now it's Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero.
Like, psychologically, this makes
First time in the match,
sense.
any teamwork's been shown by either,
It's just, yeah, you can tell they're... Oh my gosh, I was about ready to call Eddie for half-assing when he took that one.
That gives an opportunity for Juventud Guerrero.
I appreciate that, Mr. Wrestling 3, absolutely. I got a full-time job, I've got kids. So yeah, this gets as much time as I can give it.
As the viciousness.
Nathan Jones, I don't think is on this show, actually, Will Hall. You might have to watch Ong back to get your Nathan Jones fix. Or Ricky Stenicki, that new John Cena movie. He's in that one. Who was the WWE Cruiserweight Champion? Kidman? Either Kidman or Tajiri.
At any point, somebody can break up that 3 count from happening. Somebody can stop the other from getting the pinfall.
That's a good point, Glitch Sister over on YouTube. Throwing up like Las Vegas at random times does make it feel like we're doing flashbacks. I don't even think they were thinking that far ahead. It was just, oh, we gotta remind people we're in Vegas.
Juventud Guerrero now whipped into the, Psychosis whipped into the ropes. And Psychosis now. All three in the ring.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, X-Pac was the light heavyweight champion, and then him and Tajiri had a match at SummerSlam 01 to merge them. And I think X-Pac won that, but then Tajiri won the combo belt back before they finished the invasion. It was Tajiri, thank you, Paul Topper. I thought it was either Kidman or Tajiri. It felt like up until Hurricane really got into all that it was just Kidman and Tajiri back and forth.
Have seen their share of hard battles here tonight. For the World Wrestling All-Stars.
They might have gotten separated. That whole year is a blur to me. Jerry Lynn, who knows? This is my way of saying I'm not trying to spoil what's about to come up. So. If you like Jerry Lynn, you'll see him in a few minutes.
Now they're both down from the effects of that superplex. Let's see if Psycho can take it.
I'm trying not to spoil a 22-year-old show. Oh, double leg drop. And it looked like he got Eddie in the back of the head.
1, 2, and wisely. Oh, wait a minute. Psychosis seizing the opportunity. Getting a pinfall wherever he can. He knows it only takes a 3 count for him to retain that International Cruiserweight Championship of the world.
That's the closest we've come.
I always loved when referees would do the devil horns for the two. Like, you need that much space between your fingers for the timekeeper to be able to tell that it was a 2 count.
You gotta rely on instinct. You gotta rely on what's
yeah, the Psychosis guillotine ruled. I agree with you, Eric. Definitely.
So far, Mark Madden. 1, 2. No, wait a minute. Not enough.
Nathan Jones is a weird case. Because he had the size, I feel like he had a presence too. And he was even really athletic for his size. But it's just putting all of the things together into a wrestler package didn't work. Yeah, Mike Posey does still do the 2 count. I think most of the AEW refs do the 2, like this.
1, 2. Eddie Guerrero makes the save. Eddie Guerrero in the nick of time prevents Juventud Guerrero from walking out of the Revolution with the international.
I have to ask. I have a couple buddies who ref in various places. I had heard at one point WWE had banned it because of not wanting sponsors to think they're doing like satanic imagery. But who knows?
He hit his head right on that bottom turnbuckle, Jeremy.
Very painful. Psychosis now obviously seizing the opportunity with Hoovy out of the ring to try something big and go for the pinfall from the top.
Oh, okay.
Does not connect. Meanwhile, that gives Eddie Guerrero the chance to do the frog splash.
Frog splash, here we go. 2, and that's it. New champion. And Eddie Guerrero never wrestled for WWA again. Hey, Frank Council. Yeah, the promoter, Andrew McManus, was like the big concert promoter over in Australia. Like, he booked all the major bands. And he kind of took like the money he made from music and put it into wrestling, and then he lost a bunch of money doing wrestling. That's why he doesn't do it anymore.
International Cruiserweight Champion.
Wow, what a win for Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Eddie looking
Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero. That
like he's
Eddie Guerrero finish.
taking HGH in the ring at the moment.
Yeah, you man.
He's so yoked.
You know what? Shut the music.
Shut the music.
Eddie Guerrero not really celebrating his victory the way I thought he would.
You know what? It's a Juvian psychosis. And for the rest of the wrestling world, they say, what is that about the extent of your vocabulary?
Oh, come on.
Oh gosh, they're wutting Eddie. Yeah, that vein. I noticed that vein too. Refs as
Cruiserweight
Wizards.
title win.
The fans are morons.
It's no secret. It's been all
Yeah, that's an
over
old
the internet.
boxing belt.
And the whole wrestling world knows that I've been dealing with personal issues.
Oh, wow.
Which I mean is the
Basically,
truth.
my life.
I love how we're wutting a guy spilling his soul out.
But as of tonight, I don't care where, I don't care in front of who or what. I start making my statement back into
Look at
this
that back
business.
knee.
Excuse me.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me.
Who
Here
is
you
that?
go, refs as Wizards.
Oh, wait a minute.
What do we have here?
Who is that?
That's Jerry Lynn.
So WWE had not announced that Jerry Lynn had been
is here in the
released.
WWA?
Well, there's one
Like,
surprise
so when he
tonight.
popped up, like, internet freaks out. Like, what's happening
Jerry
here?
Lynn
And it turned out he had gotten his release like
has,
that Friday.
made an appearance here at the World Wrestling All-Stars.
And he's like, hey, could you guys just like keep that
I don't want
quiet?
to miss out anything here. Hold on.
Oh, Jerry Lynn now. Oh, come on. Making fun of the hard times.
This is Jerry Lynn being like, hey, I can cut a promo.
Up in the back. Not.
Come on.
Did I do a good job, JR?
Eddie doesn't look well.
I don't know what your problem is.
Judgment
but this got nothing to do with you as a
Not
homie.
a promo.
All right? I'm just sending out a message. So don't come here raining on my parade, I say, and trying to steal my thunder or whatever it is you're trying to do.
Your parade.
Yeah, it is a dream match. It's a
Let's look
shame
at
that
the
it
whole big
didn't
picture
happen
here, 'cause all I
after
hear is
this.
a lot of pissing and moaning.
Well,
What are you?
They
a
set this up
third,
and
fourth
didn't have
generation
anybody under
wrestler?
contract.
You've had a long run in Mexico. You had a long run in New Japan. You had a long run in ECW. You had a long run in WCW.
Yeah, they did
You had
RVD
a
and
long
Jerry
run
Lynn
in
and let them do an
WWF.
RVD Jerry Lynn match and then cut out all of Jerry Lynn's offense. That's right.
And
Hear
I
it
would
on
bet
YouTube.
any money
And yeah, they
that
wrestled
all
in
those
WCW.
opportunities
It just
on
this
the
match
Guerrero
didn't get to happen.
family name alone.
Like at this
all
time.
right. Well,
That's some accusation.
I would challenge that.
These people didn't come here to listen to your problems. They came here to forget about theirs and be entertained for a few hours. So quit your bitching, biatch.
Oh, hey,
Biatch.
hang on.
God, I just want like a loop of Jerry Lynn saying biatch. What a 2002 moment.
With the wrestling world, and I'm not done with you.
There's a
With
slap
your
by Eddie
bitching,
Guerrero, Jerry Lynn has
biatch.
chosen this opportunity. Jerry Lynn, clotheslines Eddie Guerrero. Jerry Lynn in the ring.
This isn't fair. Eddie just had a match.
Jerry
Yeah,
Lynn
I'm-
and Eddie Guerrero are going at it here.
Are they gonna
Eddie
also
Guerrero
work a
has
match
just
that's not a
captured the
match?
International Cruiserweight
I don't remember that
Championship, and
part.
you know Jerry Lynn was waiting in the wings to make a statement here at the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Yeah, I don't know who's
presentation of
supposed to be the
Revolution.
heel here. Like, Eddie was kind of a dick,
There's a shoulder breaker.
but now he's just
And
beating
onto
the
ring.
shit out of Jerry
Outside the ring
Lynn.
now goes Jerry Lynn.
And Jerry Lynn was a dick?
Into the front row. Into that front rail.
That's it, Eddie. That's what he gets for raining on your parade, Eddie.
We're out here ringside.
It'd be funny if Eddie was like, yeah, I know we're not gonna actually do this match, so let's just do as much as we can here.
And it's Jerry Lynn now. Being
Oh gosh,
suplexed in
oh
the-
gosh,
look
oh
out,
gosh.
look out. Right on the floor.
Oh!
Eddie Guerrero, very, very bitter man, very upset, and rightfully so. I think that Jerry Lynn came out here to interrupt his championship celebration.
Yeah, Jerry Lynn came out in gear because he knew he was gonna have to like
Jerry Lynn came out
wrestle
here
pretty
at
much.
this time pick this opportune moment in front of a worldwide audience.
Oh, jeez. Blasted him with
To a
that
company that appreciates
boxing
him,
title.
the World Wrestling All-Stars, and apparently, look at this.
Oh,
Here it
oh,
comes.
he's gonna break that
Here
thing.
It comes. Oh, that vicious pile driver by Jerry Lynn on the belt, on the very belt. That was
On
just
the
won
very
by
belt
Eddie
that
Guerrero.
Juventud Guerrera
And
stole at
Jerry
an
Lynn
indie show.
has that belt in his hand. And as
I got your number
And it's 69.
for my title, champ.
Jerry Lynn.
And then Jerry Lynn would go on to fight for that title in a tournament on the next show.
Certainly unprovoked.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you-
Eddie, that stalling suplex where he's like, shit, where do I put him? Where do I put
I
him?
guess he succeeded. Eddie Guerrero won the International
Hey,
Cruiserweight
Verb Abrams,
title.
that's the
Jerry
big
Lynn won
time
the bout, but I give Eddie
wrestling
Guerrero
title.
credit, 'cause he wrestled a match
The
and he fought Jerry
Kirk
Lynn hard,
White's
and he's the champ,
promotion.
Jeremy Borash.
Well, he certainly is, Mark Madden, as we are here at the Aladdin. There he is, a champion, a beaten champion in the ring. Certainly.
Not beaten, please.
And then Eddie, about 6 weeks later, is back on Monday Night
in
Raw.
his life, and certainly has showcased
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's the same area.
for a worldwide audience with the World Wrestling All-Stars. And Eddie Guerrero being met by Jerry Lynn. Certainly, we have not seen the last
Jeremy
of that
Borash
story.
was
Who
doing
knows?
this. Now he's
next
doing
time,
this.
maybe in Melbourne, we might see these two face off for the International Cruiserweight.
Yeah, they did like a
Championship.
5-minute
Lovely
match
and
pretty much
talented
there.
and star
And it was better than most of the
yeah,
stuff on the
World
show.
Wrestling
The
All-Stars.
star
Right?
shit
That's what
face.
WWA is all about. If you beat the champ in a tag match, you get a shot at the title.
Like, the kids are at
That's
school.
old-fashioned wrestling 101, Jeremy.
Hoda and Kathy Lee are done for the day.
At the, career
We gotta
of
do
Brian
something until
Christopher,
3:15. The same
World
dance.
Heavyweight Championship.
I think they're just
Certainly has
doing
faced a lot of
whatever
great
the hell they
competitors
want.
all over the world tonight. It's Brian Christopher. They're the lovely Starettes. All right, here we go. It's no
All right, here we go. Devon
disqualification
Storm. Again, the guy
Devon
who
Storm.
stole the last
And
show we
Sabu.
watched.
Sabu is homicidal.
Unsynchronized dancing.
Genocidal. He's
Exactly,
suicidal.
Mr. Wrestling.
Or maybe he's just playing
And yes,
nuts,
Garrett,
Jeremy.
if you guys don't
This
have
is
your
a
shit
battle of
together
two
doing your
guys
dance,
who have taken
grab
a
your
lot of
crotch.
big collisions. They
Try to
burned
go,
off a lot of their own brain
"Ooh."
cells. Let's see who has the most left in the tank.
There
Right
we
here,
go. Devon
right
Storm.
now.
He's got tights.
And it is a no disqualification match. Introducing to you first.
It might have been a different WWA logo, but still, it's funny that two of them have the same shirt and the third
Here
one.
is Devon Storm.
Devon Storm
get a
in
third
the,
shirt.
worn-out blue jeans and,
They ran
looks
out
for
of
a
that shirt.
modified Warrior, a man who really has come a long way since joining the ranks of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
And
A
ladies
man
and
who has come a
gentlemen,
long
it is
way. He went from the third match on the show to the 6th.
champions, Bill Alfonso, weighing in at 200
What is the Sabu song?
and hailing from Bombay, Michigan. Here is the
Exactly,
suicidal
Scuffle and Hillbilly. They are not regular moms. That's the cool mom dance troupe. Those are the moms that will leave wine coolers in the fridge for the
The
kids.
World Wrestling All-Stars.
Yes, that is, that's formerly known as Crowbar. That is right, Jonathan.
Tonight, it's no disqualification against dangerous Devon Storm.
I believe Bill Alfonso, not only the manager of champions.
And again, this is post 9/11, so Sabu is wearing the American flag turban that he would wear on many indie
Having
shows.
him in the corner of Sabu, well, that may be a little much for
Bill
Devon
Alfonso,
Storm to
who
overcome tonight.
a few weeks ago in an independent show I saw get dressed at his gimmick table during intermission.
Look at a guy who innovated this business.
Like changed out of his managing button up into an ECW button up, like a so regular, didn't have his name on it, and then just like, you know, changed his pants
Against dangerous
while there were people walking by.
homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, 3 words that best fit the man known as Sabu.
Sabu, the nephew of the legendary Sheik Ed Farhat. They both hail from Michigan, Bombay, Michigan. Never heard of that place, but I've heard of Sabu, that's for
Yeah, this
sure.
is also the point where Sabu,
9/11
because he
features
doesn't
Sabu
want to
wearing the
be
American flag as a
getting
burnoose. Has his own water
like
bottle, has
racist
Sabu
Middle
written
Eastern
on it.
heat. He's
Bill
now from
Alfonso, the
Bombay,
manager of
Michigan.
champions. Devon Storm says he's more focused. Jeremy, he's going
Oh,
to need all the
I
focus
agree
he
with
can
you. No,
muster
stick it.
to deal with Sabu and Bill Alfonso.
David and Crowbar and
number
Daphne
of,
were a bright
international
spot
and foreign
in that whole
journalists and
mishmash
photographers
of WCW at the
here to
end.
cover this event tonight here at ringside. As
Like, it's
Sabu,
weird that Vince
who,
Russo
has an
was the
international
one
reputation,
booker that was
certainly,
like,
and a reputation for
we need to get a whole
but
dog
just
and pony
completely
show and like a good
reckless
wrestler to
abandon
team
in
with
the ring.
David to cover
Takes
for
on
David.
Devon Storm, a man who has showcased his
And we gotta
talents
like give
on
David
many
a
of the
gimmick
World
so that the
Wrestling
bad
All-Stars
wrestling makes
international shows here
sense.
tonight. in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Aladdin Casino has chosen Sabu as an opponent certainly to return to pay-per-view with. And both men squaring off. Manager of champions Bill Alfonso in the
I'm not surprised when refs is Wizards. I'll share the story. Saw Sabu at a local indie and he was just getting changed at the side of the building. See him while we waited for the doors to open. 0 fucks given.
Sabu doesn't mind pain. In fact, he kind of gets off on it, if you ask me. Look at the scars that crisscross his forehead, his face, his entire body. Sabu will take a lot of punishment to give a lot of punishment, and I expect that will bear itself out in the moments to come.
No disqualification match, and certainly as we have the opening moments of this contest, both men feeling each other out in the ring, and certainly as the moments persist, as the action heats up here in this no disqualification match, really just about anything possible, as dangerous Devon Storm has shown and certainly showed on our last pay-per-view, WWA The Inception.
Also, people don't realize how huge Devon Storm is. He's a big freaking guy.
And certainly we saw it last month with
But because he came up in the late 90s doing the high-flying style, people are like, oh, he's a cruiserweight. He's a big guy. He's kind of like Scorpio. And yes, Devon Storm is still doing crazy shit on the indies. Still jumping off of cages. And like doing like huge table spots and stuff. Get it? Mark Madden, he's talking to the smart fans. He said kayfabe. Pandering.
To rekindle his spirits.
I don't think his spirit needs rekindled.
Well, if it ever did. Devon Storm certainly is the man to take Sabu to new heights. Sabu on the second rope now.
Oh.
Beautiful leg drop.
Flying Sabu leg Larry.
As Devon Storm and Sabu tie up here for the World Wrestling All-Stars, we've already crowned a new
Here we go, outside the ring.
Oh!
Great defensive move by Sabu. Devon Storm ready to deposit him over the top rope. Sabu got Storm in the head scissors and made sure both of them.
Oh!
Not just one, but Sabu paid a price there with his head rammed right into that metal staircase.
Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions, able to assist Sabu.
Yeah, Devon Storm and Eddie Guerrero were two guys definitely too good for this. Yeah, he wasn't the cruiserweight or the light heavyweight tournament WWE did in '97. That was also a light heavyweight tournament that Scott Petsky was in. And while Scott Petsky was a short fella, he was the width of a house.
What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna pile drive him on those metal steps?
Oh gosh! Oh gosh! Oh gosh!
Suplex.
What? Oh,
and certainly that really
almost
backfired on Devon Storm, ended up costing him.
Sabu shifted his weight, got some leverage on the top rope, and Devon Storm went crashing to the floor outside the ring.
Oh, beautiful. Over the top rope, and it looks like Sabu landed on his head. Certainly Devon Storm getting the brunt of that, but Sabu at the same time once again showing why those high-risk maneuvers can be a great payoff and a great detriment at the same time.
Sabu's busted open, I think. I think Devon Storm is drawing first blood from Sabu.
Devon Storm wrestled Ace Darling
with the battle scars on the body
in the WWE or the WWE heavyweight division. I don't know what was supposed to happen.
Sabu, as he goes to work on Devon Storm, and certainly you gotta wonder, Mark Madden, at what point does that blood come to factor in, not only from a visual standpoint, blocking the vision of Sabu, from a psychological standpoint as well.
Here's a modified camel clutch. It won't affect Sabu. You don't have that many scars and shed that much blood to let it bother you in a match this deep in your career. Boy, he has that camel clutch locked in. Doesn't have leverage on Devon Storm's right arm, though. Doesn't have the leg underneath it. So there, he goes for a blow to the head, a kick to the head, and breaks his own potential submission hold.
Sabu, who has wrestled all over the world, has a strong Japanese contingency here tonight to not only photograph, videotape this match, and certainly as you look at Sabu and Devon Storm in the ring,
I got a text saying that the Venmo QR code is not working, so I'm just going to get it off the screen for now. I'll leave the other one.
Blood really starting to flow on the face of Sabu.
I don't want to mess with it and freeze the computer.
Big leg drop by Devon Storm. First you wonder
Sabu's still fishing for another match.
Then you wonder,
like, part of me was thinking when Jericho and Big Bill did the table spot with Hook a couple weeks ago, that maybe it was going to be Hook and Shibata and Sabu against the Learning Tree.
Millions of miles this man has traveled all over the world competing, but certainly
I didn't even think about that wall. Yeah, got Steiner in the back. Like, why is he doing my move?
1, 2, and a beautiful Northern Lights
Sabu
suplex.
recliner.
Not enough to pin Sabu as Devon Storm goes to work with a chin lock on Sabu.
That's the new cerebral, organized, calmer Devon Storm. He's still a madman. He's still evil.
I didn't even catch that. Yeah, Giovanni. Strong contingency from Japan.
I would think that's a smarter match
Just
for Devon Storm to wrestle. I
Tenzon.
think that's a smarter approach. Reckless abandon, sure, it works for a lot of folks. Sure, it's worked for Sabu. Sure, he's made a career out of it. But Devon Storm, refocused now with a new approach. Certainly, I think a smarter approach. Oh, there's a beautiful right. That clocks Devon Storm. And certainly, the blood begins to flow, and certainly that must have an effect from a visual standpoint to Sabu.
Sabu barely bleeding.
Back suplex.
You know Sabu
Exactly. Eddie Guerrero's like,
medal in
your move,
self-mutilation?
motherfucker?
There it is. And
Who was it,
Devon
Muhammad
Storm now.
Hassan?
Would've won the gold, but
Who was
crooked
told to
French
go
guy.
up to him and be like, hey, you're
Here's a cover.
doing my
1,
move.
2, and not enough
And Eddie had to
pin
educate
Sabu,
him.
who rolls outside the ring now.
You gotta kill him to pin him.
You really do. He
His
is,
blood, it's no big deal. Slap a butterfly stitch on it, he'll be as good as new.
you gotta wonder.
Slap a butterfly
This
stitch
may
on
come
it. That's
down
right,
to
Mark
a
Madden.
matter of pain threshold for these two. Who survives in this contest? It
I
may
don't think
come
they get
down
a
to who is
dime
enough
more
inside.
if I know anything
Wait a
about
minute, Sabu
wrestling
now.
promoters.
Look out.
Oh shit! Especially Sabu.
Now
Just
Sabu
probably
hit
blades in
Devon
his
Storm
sleep
with a big
sometimes.
blow, but he also jammed his hip against the steel guardrail. It just goes to show you these guys don't feel pain. This match could go on all night. I'm not sure you can hurt one of them enough to pin him.
Wait a minute. The manager of champions, Bill Alfonso, setting up a table here at ringside. Sabu, many feel, and certainly I am one of them, the very first
Sabu
to
doing
implement
Sabu
a
stuff.
table.
Darn
Certainly we've seen
tootin'.
it so many times now in the wrestling business, but first
Imagine a
done by
Sabu match where he
many
doesn't grab
years
a
ago,
table.
and certainly he's made a name on it.
I'm glad you said that. Not one of the first, the first period. He was the first to use a table as an offensive weapon.
Well, certainly, he may regret that introduction.
What
to
is
a
going
table
on here?
After Devon Storm gets through with them here tonight at the Revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars, live on pay-per-view from Las
Oh,
Vegas,
gosh.
Nevada.
Oh,
It's so
gosh.
nice to have you with us, Jeremy Borash and Mark Madden at ringside.
Ooh.
There's a suplex, or a front suplex, I guess, just dropping the face
A
of
front
Sabu
suplex.
to the stairs. And Devon Storm seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity outside of the ring, and certainly that is really where Sabu is at his
Again,
most
for those regular
This crowd
off-the-grid
can't
watchers,
believe what they're seeing.
we're
This
going
crowd can't
quite a bit
believe it.
over the
Two
top of the
guys
hour.
can
Probably be around
punish,
10:45 tonight
annihilate,
Eastern
and torture each other this
when the
much,
stream
yet
ends.
still
This
keep
is a
going,
bit longer
Jeremy.
than the normal
It
show that
ultimately
we
will come
watch.
down to the pain threshold, I have a feeling. Devon
It'll be a
Storm
little
has shown
longer than
over
the 2
years
hours we normally go.
that he can take a beating.
Thank you so
He
much
can take a licking and keep on taking
for hanging out
Now,
with
it's
me this
Sabu.
Sunday evening.
And Devon Storm with that table set up behind him. Devon Storm
Yeah, that's
seems to have
wild.
something
New
in mind.
Jack
Sabu
Chain
trying to
Wrestling.
crawl back into
Reminds me of
ring.
the
It's
story
Devon
from
Storm
his
now in the ring, Sabu on the
WWE
outside.
tryout around this time,
Oh,
where
no.
they brought him in
Devon
and
Storm sizing up Sabu. Here we
sent
go.
him out to do. Oh, he missed. Oh
Captain
shit.
looks like a sunset flip to the floor.
But they sent
Couldn't hold on
Sabu
to the
out,
pin.
not
Couldn't
Sabu,
hold on to the
New
pinning
Jack out to
combination.
chain
He
wrestle with
planted him, though.
Venus.
This is the first time
See how he looks that he's like he gets in the ring and he just like gives up.
Certainly, after any amount of
Like,
pain,
what the
after
fuck
this,
am I supposed to
certainly
do?
the
I'm
punishment is
New
taking its
Jack.
toll on both these men. You gotta wonder at what point.
I appreciate the kind words
At
in the
what point
chat.
does one guy say, "I had
Appreciate
enough"?
it.
Sabu, wait a minute, no, not
Oh.
quite enough. Sabu looked like he was going to seize the opportunity.
Also,
Takes
I would love
advantage
to
of
know
the
where the
moment. With
custom
crowbar on that
WWE
table,
ring
Sabu
aprons
goes to the top, rather back onto the ring apron.
Somebody has to have them.
Devon Storm has done his homework, realized he was in a tough spot, and really stopped that from happening.
To me, one of these guys is going to come up with something new and innovative to win this match, but given the repertoires of both these competitors, what new could they possibly come up with? They're going to have to
Like, I'll be
stretch themselves
honest,
to be a victor
I
here.
think the Norman Smiley
Sabu.
match from the first show was better.
Drop.
No one quite interferes like Bill Alfonso, do they?
Like, they're working
Bill
hard. I just
Alfonso,
think
the
they're too
manager of
similar.
Champions earned that nickname for a reason. Oh, there's a chair. Nice toss.
Oh, shit.
A dangerous Devon Storm. That chair.
No hands.
Another trademark of Sabu. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal. Into the corner.
Oh, that was
Storm fell
creative.
forward,
I like
jammed
that.
his own chin on top of that folding chair.
That could do it. 1, 2. Not enough to pin Sabu. Bill Alfonso on the outside. But is now behind
I will
us.
say I respect
Going
them
for
for
another
bringing in
chair.
Bill Alfonso.
certainly making his way around ringside. Sabu now.
Do I know anything
Sabu.
about what happened to the
What is this?
ECW WWE house show at the ECW arena? I know it was taped.
What a moonsault, but Devon Storm, I think, got
And I know it's in the WWE library. But other than that, I might bug. I have a buddy that works on that WWE Vault channel. I might bug him tomorrow. See if he can put up some of that stuff. Oh!
Devon Storm hooked Sabu's leg, and Sabu dove head first right into that chair that he himself had set up. Boy, I feel bad for referee Marty Valenzi in there, Jeremy.
Marty Valenzi is the name that Marty Elias used here.
You just got to stay out of the way in count 3 at some point, I suppose.
Really, that's his only role in this, is to make sure both men can continue. Both men are able to continue in this unbelievable no disqualification match for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Up, Death Valley Driver coming up. Up. Oh, Mr. Crunchy.
Death Valley Driver right onto the chair.
Attitude was not adjusted there.
And Devon Storm breaking his wrist and a couple of his ribs may prevent a pin as well. 1, 2, and Sabu once again.
Only
demonstrating an unbelievable pain threshold, able to kick out of that.
Because yeah, dropping him on his neck won't end the match. I'm just gonna jump on him, give him a big King Kong Bundy splash.
To withstand the offensive arsenal of Devon Storm.
What a match! What a great no DQ match. It's hardcore, but they're not using weapons. They're not using garbage cans. They are using chairs.
Body slam.
Oh, Necro Butcher body slam.
And you got to think that's it. You got to think Sabu has had enough.
Shout out to that random weird light design over the ring.
Now, I would have gone for a pin here. If I'm Devon Storm, I'd try to cover him. What's he going to do now?
Wait a minute now. Has put that chair on the face of Sabu.
Oh, he's going to smash Sabu here.
Oh, God. Devon Storm. Oh, right across the face.
Tumbleweed leg drop rolling into the ring. The chair on Sabu's face. Here's a cover.
Yeah, that DVD looks nasty.
Not enough to pin Sabu.
I say as I hiccup halfway.
To take out the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu. No disqualification matchup for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Oh, he's stumping him in the eye. Devon Storm, well, you got to wonder if he's frustrated right now because he's trying.
Bill Alfonso is working so hard,
and he has not really come close, to be honest, to pinning Sabu.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I feel like so many matches on the show have just used weapons and brawled everywhere. These guys don't really have a whole lot to work with. That's a good point.
And resorts back to his old ways. His death-defying ways.
Like, they're trying their hardest.
Oh, there it is. Over the top rope.
Ernest Cook, I pointed this out on Twitter a little while ago. Mystico and Dean Malenko was not a match. Did not exist. Nobody can figure out why it's on Cage Match. They worked out a little bit in the ring before a SmackDown taping, but Dean Malenko did not wrestle Mystico in a match. Like, oh shit, oh!
That's the leap of faith, and Devon Storm hurt Sabu, but he hurt himself as well.
Do I think The Undertaker would have joined WCW if he would have joined, would have been in the top of the card with the NWO? I don't know, because the thing is he couldn't have taken the gimmick with him. He would have had to have gone back to being some sort of mean mark.
Meet and greet opportunity for the fans of the World Wrestling All-Stars to come out and meet some of their fans, or some of their
and plus, like, the WCW locker room, he couldn't be, like locker room leader. I'm gonna sit here and stare at everybody and be tough macho guy. No. I don't know if he would have been. I think he would have been another like Bret Hart, just like victim.
Of the revolution for the World Wrestling All-Stars once again.
Mystico was like mid, early 20s. 07.
Right across the protective rail.
Jeremy, I'd like to say hi to the Las Vegas Blood Bank. We're gonna send the guy in baggy pants.
Again, he's bleeding a bit, but not as much as they're making it out to be.
And a chair back into the ring. 2 chairs now in the ring, and dangerous Devon Storm and Sabu.
Congrats, Dave, on YouTube for catching those largemouth bass.
Pulling out all the stops. And I have a feeling
tried fishing a little bit when I was a kid. Was not very good at it.
Resort to. We have yet to see the extreme that these men will go to.
Let's fund the Dean Malenko Tom McGee match as well.
No disqualification matchup. And now it's Devon Storm sizing up.
That is dedication, Dave.
Could we see
to have this stream up while you're fishing? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Good save by Devon Storm. Oh. Hey, he kept him safe. Good job.
That's got to be the fatigue. Devon Storm now.
Ooh.
Vertical suplex through 2 metal folding chairs. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Here we go.
Oh, Arabian Facebuster. I'm surprised nobody's doing that these
Stick a
days.
fork in him. I think
Like in
that's it for
hardcore
Devon
matches.
Storm.
That just seems like a
That's gotta be
no-brainer
all.
with all these high flyers.
For dangerous Devon Storm in this note. Wait a minute. Obviously, Sabu seizing the moment, looking to take it to another level. High-risk maneuver coming up from Wait a minute, Devon Storm. Oh, there's a chair. Did you see that?
Like, these guys are working hard, and I recognize that.
Right to the forehead.
But again, like has been brought up in the chat, everybody else was doing thumbtacks and chairs on the show. And plus, these guys were given way too much time.
Has to be wondering at what
Way
point
too much time.
does his man throw it in the towel. That's never been done before by Sabu. And
I think maybe they were thinking because Devon Storm like carried the first pay-per-view, that like him and Sabu would have handled that this much time. But I feel like Sabu matches, they're just like better as car crashes. You know, real quick, boom, 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 in, out, done.
Wait a minute. This could be something spectacular. This could be something big.
Oh shit, this is gonna be nuts.
Takes it to a new level. Sabu to the top.
Oh!
Survivors. Unbelievable move by Sabu. Well, I'll tell you what. He's the best to use the table. He's the best to use the table. And every time you see Sabu, he uses the table.
And this
in
is
different
saying
ways.
a lot.
I mean, he's bleeding to
That's
death.
one of the
That's
best Sabu table
sort of
bumps I've
keep
ever
him from
seen.
Doing different stuff with the table in the future, but what a move
Holy
by the
shit.
homicidal, genocidal, suicidal maniac.
Dangerous Devon Storm, who has held numerous hardcore belts around the world. Oh, wait a minute. Now signaling for the mind bender.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sabu just took the coolest bump I've ever seen, and the commentators were like, Sabu went through the table.
Would this be it for Dangerous, or rather for Sabu in this no disqualification match?
That chair's toast.
Here it comes.
Oh,
First to the mat.
board buster variation of
And a
some
cover.
sort.
1, 2, and Sabu.
How did he kick out?
Sabu has
Hey,
kicked
at least
out.
Mark Madden woke up there.
How did he kick out?
Sabu is kicked out of the mind bender. And
The
now
mind
Devon
bender,
Storm
that's what he
once again
said.
Going to a high-risk maneuver. Big
Oh, big splash.
Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, dear Lord.
He hit him with the mind
Dear
bender,
Lord.
with the leap of faith. He's bleeding like a stuck pig. What else can Devon Storm do to win this match?
It may take a chainsaw to beat the man. For God's
It
sake,
may
who
take a
knows what it's gonna take for
chainsaw. Let's
Sabu.
get everybody's
Don't
hopes
encourage
up.
them. And Sabu launches a drop kick. Where is he getting this energy? This is amazing.
Like I have a feeling Terry
Ladies,
Taylor's the
proving
one in their
value,
headsets.
proving their worth in front of a worldwide audience. So glad you're joining us tonight for
And
the
if I know
World
anything
Wrestling
about Terry
All-Stars.
Taylor, he
Two of the best.
probably was fraternizing with those
World-class athletes going to
dancers.
work. Sabu and Dangerous Devon Storm
during this
giving it
match.
their all, showcasing
That's
their
right.
ranks, showcasing what they bring to
The
the
old
table.
hat rack
World
crack,
Wrestling All-Stars.
which I just figured out like a month
And another
ago.
high-risk maneuver Sabu now could have.
Hat
Devon
rack
Storm. There's a
means
two
your
count,
head.
not enough to pin.
R-Truth would
Devon Storm
crack your
in this
head
no disqualification
because your
matchup.
hat
I wish
sits
the
on your
Sheik were here.
head.
He'd be proud of his nephew, wouldn't he?
Sabu and
Real
Devon
smart
Storm.
guy I
I
am.
wish Bela Lugosi were here. He could suck the blood off Sabu's face.
Now to the top rope. And catches it right between the legs.
Catches him right between the
Devon
legs.
Storm
That's a drop.
now climbing to the second rope. Climbing now to the top
Up,
rope.
up, up.
And is thrown off by Sabu.
He hit so hard the PA system shook.
Going on here. Oh, sunset flip. Nope. Nope.
One. No,
Right
that's
old
not it.
some kind.
There
Oh,
was a
shit.
breakup, but Alfonso pulled the referee out of the ring. What's going to happen now? It was only a 2 count. You can't blame Alfonso. It's no DQ. He just did right by his man, Sabu.
The referee doesn't have to like it, but he has to.
There we go. Fonzie's gonna get the bump here.
Has Bill Alfonso in his
All right.
grasp.
That was
And
relatively
he's met with a
safe.
drop kick. Now Alfonso lays in a boot for good measure. Sabu.
He would
Oh!
appear to have connected fairly solidly there.
Like, it's weird. Because, yeah, I want to be like, why is this still going?
A steel
Like,
folding
it's a
chair at the
fine
forehead
match.
of Devon
I'm not,
Storm.
like, frustrated like some of the long matches we've seen on here. But
Sabu,
it
a
really
bloody
should
match
have
there
ended
is.
like 10 minutes ago.
Another beautiful
Also, I think they
maneuver
just
of
missed the
Athlete.
finish.
1, 2.
Nope,
Not enough.
not the finish.
Just one of the many maneuvers we've come to expect. Anybody who's known Sabu over the years
Like, did a bunch of guys go short and they're having to cover for it? Like,
It's longer and more violent than Vietnam at this point.
oh, Mark.
The back is split open.
Oh, okay. I kind of got him in the back there.
2, 3.
Wow, Devon Storm. Devon Storm with the win. I think there's just one more match left. I think so.
Both wrestlers, an unbelievable match. I don't know what held Sabu and Devon Storm up for quite so long.
Wow.
Sabu has a Sabu water bottle. You know what? That's a good idea. Too much disease going around. He was being COVID smart before there was COVID.
Certainly shed blood.
I need to get me a Sabu bottle.
For the World
Just
Wrestling
wrap a bottle in
All-Stars
athletic
its
tape and
debut, certainly.
write Sabu on it.
Gotta wonder at what point
Yeah, that was a fine match, but it would have been
as a victory
much better at like
after what
10
he's been
minutes.
through. Certainly a moral victory.
Thank you,
Nonetheless,
Dave. I
defeating
appreciate it.
It's a victory. It's a victory big time.
Well, he will feel that
It is a
tomorrow.
It's a
victory.
loss for Sabu, but it's a victory for Devon Storm.
Wow.
Very cold, very calculating, very cunning, very technical, very much
Like,
deserving
and I
of the
feel
1,
like
2, 3.
they knew that they should have gone short. They didn't have enough stuff
Certainly,
to put in
a
there.
hand given by the fans here in attendance.
And again,
by
we're just
both
cutting the
men
music
in
off
this no disqualification match.
as soon as they
Sabu
touch
and
the
dangerous
ramp.
Devon Storm here for the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly the bloodshed from Sabu.
Alfonso's like, you should have given him more brain damage.
Incredible athletes here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. And wait a minute, Bill Alfonso handing Sabu a steel folding chair. Bill Alfonso now.
Like, it's weird. There's like not a lot of blood on Sabu's face, but it's all over his pants.
Delivers a chair to the back.
And Alfonso's getting a table out from under the ring. You fans see Sabu and Devon Storm up on the stage.
Ooh.
Alfonso right in front of us with a table.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the chair. Look at the chair.
And
Right
it's
across
still
the back
going.
by Sabu to dangerous Devon Storm, and certainly you
Yeah,
gotta
apparently
wonder,
there's a
what
post-match
is Bill Alfonso doing?
to this.
Obviously instructed by
Oh,
Sabu.
we gotta
For
do
something-
some sort of crazy
for something
jump.
high
We didn't do
risk,
the jump
for
during the
something
match. We
spectacular.
forgot
And
to
certainly,
do
you gotta take a look at
the
what
big
both these men
dive.
have been through and what both these men are willing to do at this point. Oh, wait a minute. Sabu drapes.
They couldn't get all their stuff in during the 45-minute match.
Wait, he's leaving. Is he leaving?
Yeah, Bel Alfonso was Giant Gonzalez's like helper.
Alfonso's still out here making sure that Devon Storm stays on the
Wait a minute.
table.
Look at that. Sabu is on top of the big screen. Sabu
Oh, gosh.
is high in the air. Sabu. has
Oh,
a chair
okay,
now.
he caught it.
Arabian
Oh shit, that ruled, and that table broke. That table broke like they do in the video games.
And while Devon Storm
There's
may
just
have won
pieces
the battle,
flying
Sabu
everywhere.
has won the war in this no disqualification matchup.
Jimmy Snuka, you're thinking of. Sabu, to the best of my knowledge, not an alleged murderer.
And the aggression, how did he have anything left in the tank to go after Devon Storm once the match was over? That's an amazing,
Yeah, they
amazing
totally could have done
finish
that during the
to an
match.
amazing match. Devon Storm the winner. Sabu at the end going after Devon Storm, but boy, both guys are in pretty bad shape right now.
Now they're
Jeremy.
just gonna lay there for a while.
Wow, what a no disqualification
Because
match.
everybody in the locker room knows
Wrestling
that
All-Stars here
we're,
from the Aladdin
we don't need to have
Hotel
Jeff
and
and
Casino in beautiful
Brian
Las
Christopher
Vegas,
go
Nevada.
30 minutes. There's, hey, look, there's Terry Taylor.
Both these men.
Peeking through the
Unbelievable
curtain.
action as Sabu and Devon Storm once again showing while they are two of the most hardcore wrestlers in the world.
Terry Taylor
today.
has changed clothes,
This
apparently.
no disqualification matchup certainly.
It makes
I'm
you
sure we
wonder, Jeremy, is it worth it?
That would have been a perfect
Certainly we haven't
finish.
seen
I mean,
But,
it's worth it for the fans. They get their
I mean,
money's worth.
Devon Storm could have done the
I
jump
don't
to
know.
the
Oh, they're
table.
still going at it up there.
Yeah, they are. Well, we have security on that one to clear the area.
Up and Sabu's
Looks
still
like a
doing
crime scene
stuff.
up there, for God's sake.
Sabu has some kind of spike in his hand now, a sharpened pencil or something. But I think Alfonso was wrestled him backstage.
All right. Well, speaking of backstage, let's take you backstage now. Here are the World Wrestling All-Stars.
We got backstage promo. Mark Madden's doing soy face.
Oh, Lodi, that hurts.
Oh, Lenny and Lodi.
Moving around so much. Shouldn't I take my shorts off for this? Hey, I'll be finished in just a second.
What is this
Yeah,
even
I'll put my
supposed to
shorts on.
allude? Like, Were we supposed to think he was eating his ass live on pay-per-view?
Oh, there's only one thing left to do.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta thread the needle.
Apparently
Let's
they
go ahead and take it to our next
were
contest here for the
gonna-
World Wrestling All-Stars from Las
They
Vegas.
were alluding to analingus. Honestly, good on them for being like, hey, you know what? We eat ass in the WWA. Yeah, it was their gimmick to be, you know, the ambiguously gay duo, but normally, like that type of stuff is like, oh, I'm gonna put my head between your crotch. Ugh. Normally, especially back then in wrestling, they weren't doing ass-seating
And
spots.
certainly these two individuals, since their last effort here on the World Wrestling All-Stars pay-per-view network, have
Very progressive
tried and tried again.
on the end of the WWA.
Representation for a shot at the World Tag Team titles.
Well, I think they deserve it. To me, Lenny and Lodi are just two normal guys and two fine wrestlers. Okay, maybe their wrist lock is a little limp. But as a
Oh,
tag team,
Mark.
they fit together perfectly, Jeremy.
And Lenny and Lodi are over with the kids. One more time while we got some downtime during this 9-minute long promo. Once again, I'm not demanding it, but hey, if you have a few extra bucks, burning a hole in your pocket, I got a virtual tip jar down there. Had some mishaps this weekend I'm needing to recover from, and I'd appreciate it. But if kidding, don't feel like you have to, but it's there. If you want to give a few extra bucks for tonight's stream, thank you. But now we got Lenny and Lodi.
They have got charisma. They have got wrestling talent. They have got really cute matching outfits. And they have got a heck of a...
I don't remember them going too far with the stuff during the match, but I feel like Mark Madden's commentary is way more
Well, don't
offensive.
they look precious? Look at these two. They look divine. They look like the former drag queen divine in some respects.
They
Lenny and
don't,
Lodi
but
don't know
okay.
who their tag team opponents are going to be. Oh, wait a minute. Rick Steiner.
Of course.
Rick Steiner.
Of course it's this guy. Got Sammy Guevara, little Sammy Guevara watching at home.
The king of the suplexes.
And like I need to do that Lodi thing when I become an adult.
This guy's going to make an impact, and he might use some of the West Hollywood blondes.
Yeah, Rick Steiner was walking around backstage and was like, wait, I can say slurs? Okay, I'm coming out.
Rick Steiner here in WWA, taking on Lenny and Lodi, the West Hollywood blondes. But who's his
Yeah,
tag
Billy
partner?
and Chuck were a thing, so at this point, so I'm not surprised that they were parodying Billy and Chuck with the signs.
But I know Rick Steiner, he's a smart guy.
Wait a minute.
And his opponent is Ernest Miller for some reason.
Ernest the Cat Miller.
It's like these were the two guys left in the locker room.
And Rick Steiner against the West Hollywood.
Oh yeah, let's throw them together in a team.
I know he's gonna
What do they have in common? They flew over on the same flight from Atlanta. That's literally it.
Wait a minute. Hey, you two girly boys. We're not going to do this for free now, okay? I tell you what, I'm going to put it on the line. If
You can tell Ernest Miller was out of the wrestling business because he was not bleaching his hair.
I'm going to pucker up, and I'm going to kiss Mark Madden fat nasty ass.
Wait, what?
Come on, Mark.
He's gonna kiss Mark Madden's ass?
We're going to do this for all the people here in Las Vegas.
And again, step away from that screen, dude. You're gonna
Whoop your ass, too.
hurt people.
I knew he was gonna call me fat.
All right, here we go. Tag team action for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Yeah. Listen, I'm mad at YouTube, but first, I need to go put my mouth on Mark Madden's butthole. Hey, Tom McCartney. Yeah, unfortunately, the Space Cowboy Randy Savage, as they called him earlier in the show, did not show up to wrestle Jeff Jarrett in the main event.
Tag team action, the Dog-Faced Gremlin and Ernest the Cat Miller. Making a big return.
This is a
here
couple
to
of
the ring.
years before
And it's Lenny and Lodi, their opponents,
Rick
the
Steiner
Dog-Faced Gremlin, the DFG.
tried to
Unbelievable athlete
go
just
after
returning
Bordell
to a
Walker at
very
an indie
successful
show
tour of
and
Japan.
kind of got embarrassed.
To be here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Rick Steiner, very popular in New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he just had a very successful series.
Yeah, the stage looks decent. It's too freaking close to the ring.
Real men like Rick Steiner and Ernest the Cat Miller, Jeremy.
High highly doubt it.
That building is not good for a giant Raw's War style stage. Or if you're gonna do it, at least keep a still image. Beeliner.
1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Wow! I think Sabu and Devon Storm ran long. Like, they're like, yeah, let's just do our finisher. That's it. They flew all 4 of those guys over to Las Vegas from various parts of the country, and now they're messing with Mark Madden. There we go. The announcers get to take their bump for the night. Jeremy Borash wearing no-show socks. Like, I wouldn't have blamed them. That's weird, you're getting my audio during an ad break. That is weird. Yeah, and drove them from Las Vegas to Paradise. But, like, I wouldn't have even blamed these guys if they just didn't put on their ring gear. That's how short this was.
All right, Mark Madden.
I would not be surprised. I don't remember that.
For you at ringside here.
Cat and Scott Norton having heat, but I would not be surprised.
All right, it's main event time.
I'm gonna want paid in cash next time.
That is wild.
That
That Twitch is
Stop it now, please.
sending the audio through during ads.
For the World Wrestling All-Stars.
It is main event time.
I'm very, very hurt, if you don't mind me saying so.
Let's go to Tom Cheever in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with
Zoom out, please. I'm getting a headache.
limit.
That image behind this poor guy. This guy's fine. No, that is not. God, what's his face? Okay, Sean Oliver. Not Sean Oliver.
For the WWA Heavyweight Championship.
Like, I'm genuinely getting a headache. Oh, they're just using the Too Cool music. Why not? Yeah, I could see that. I could see Jeremy Borash and Sean Oliver looking a bit alike. Oh, he's getting pyro and you can barely see it. Getting that Randy Orton golden shower pyro.
Possibly the biggest career in the biggest match, rather, in the career of Brian Christopher, as he takes on the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, Brian Christopher can certainly.
Like, I get that they kind of got like stranded because Savage pulled out at the last second. There had to have been a better option for a main event on this show. Had to have been.
Sorry, little pain in the eye there. I think Brian Christopher's going to give Jeff Jarrett all he got. Time will tell whether it's enough. Jeremy Borash.
And again, they just stop his music in the middle of his entrance. Yeah, Brian Christopher's TNA run is kind of fucked up. Savage pulled out because at the last minute he wanted 50% ownership of the company, he wanted full booking control, and an extra $100,000.
The current reigning and defending Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight.
There we go. That's my guy, Double J Jeff Jarrett.
And really, Brian Christopher.
No, I think the saddest Brian Christopher entrance is when they brought him back for that one Raw during the Jerry Lawler Michael Cole feud, where no one knew who he was. Oh, that's right, he did, and he wanted them to advertise Spider-Man.
Christopher's a great wrestler.
Rewoo forever.
Ball of wax. It's for the world title. Jeff Jarrett knows how to manipulate.
Yeah, they did. They did the second generation team. Brian Lawler, David Flair, and Eric Watson team.
And how to wrestle. That's how he became WWA champion. In my opinion, the finest world heavyweight champion since Frank A.
Like, I get that Jarrett was probably like, yeah, me and Brian Christopher could do a match in our sleep because the Memphis connection, and, you know, they were both promoters' kids. But
Christopher here in our main event, our very first pay-per-view for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
you gotta put something of marquee value of some kind.
Brian Christopher, a second generation
in the ring.
We know who his father is, obviously. The chosen
we
one.
know who
Jarrett,
his father is.
Legendary father Jerry Jarrett.
Too Cool's
really
peak was like 2 years before this.
The World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, hey, look, it's a custom belt for this promotion and not an indie. Like, Brian Christopher hadn't been on TV in almost a year. What the fuck did he say? I did know that. Born Cool. I like to tell people that every chance I get.
Listen. Jeff Jarrett doesn't suck. I know for a fact he swallows. That's what he does.
Oh, God. Also, don't you have to... Isn't that what you do at the end of
You listen to
something?
me. You listen to the Grandmaster. I came here for 2 reasons. One reason is to dance. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to dance right after my second reason, and that's kicking your ass, boy. So
Yeah, he's just doing his indie promo that he does against literally any jabroni that he gets paid a couple $100 to work against at a National Guard armory. I'm glad that guy was excited. I'm happy for that guy that this was a suitable main event for him.
All the way to the main event for the Revolution.
Brian Christopher's serious.
There was some sort of falling out. Garrett brought it up. Why did Rikishi snub Too Cool in his Hall of Fame speech? There was some weird falling out with Too Cool and Rikishi at one point. Like, it had to do with, like, I forget which one of them cut the other out of, like, indie booking money. But, like, one of them, like, fucked the other in out of, like a couple indie bookings, and they just didn't get along for a while.
But we're proudest of Jeff Jarrett because he represents.
What's going on is they are pulling some real Memphis stuff here.
It's Jarrett now, hip toss to Brian Christopher. And that patented Jarrett strut.
I can't get enough of this for my money. That's better dancing than all that hip hop slop.
There we go, Jeff. What do you call him?
Well, he's commissioned me to get competition from the back. You got any ideas, Jeremy?
Yeah, we're gonna get the powder and the chain and the fireball, and somebody's wife's gonna get her head shaved. Real Memphis stuff there.
Damn easy.
The fans of London can testify to the fact Brian Christopher, several occasions, 2 specifically and a third that was in Australia, has defeated the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, tag team action. That's enough to earn him a spot. That's enough to
So apparently he beat him in tag matches on the Australia tour. So you bring up Larry Zbyszko. No, you stick it. Larry Zbyszko was in the building for this show. This commentator's Jeremy Borash. But this is the DVD edit of this show. Like, it got a limited run in, like, Europe. The DVD. Oh, there we go. Larry Zbyszko got mic time on this show, and he went on for 20 minutes about how he was mad that Chris Jericho was calling himself the living legend in the WWF at this point. And then he sued Chris Jericho in the WWF. But they had to cut it off of the DVD. Both because of length and because it ended up being used, like, in a court of law.
has earned the reputation here in the World Wrestling All-Stars. There's a neck breaker. 1, 2, and it wasn't enough.
Boy, Brian Christopher's kind of taking an edge here, which seems almost hard to believe considering the magnificence of Jeff Jarrett. But
Yeah, Larry, especially in this time period, no chill at all. I agree with him. Also, since we're past 10:30, I normally only do this on Tuesdays. Shout out to my SSR ad gang.
the people cheering because they're close to their idol, Jeff Jarrett.
That's right, he did.
This is known.
Larry Zbyszko did challenge Vince McMahon to a fight during that promo. Thank you, Commodore Amigo.
Of the Aladdin Hotel and Casino here in Atlanta, or rather Las Vegas, Nevada. As we
Yeah, everybody else had to stay in within the guardrails.
on the Revolution, the very first pay-per-view here from the United States. And the World Heavyweight
And these
title
two,
is on the
there's
line.
no,
These two battling
can't get a
up through
camera
the
to follow
stands.
them.
And the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, is never afraid. Has never once in his life shied away from taking a shortcut to get a victory.
Yeah, this is the Jeff Jarrett main event special here.
Well, it's certainly been very successful for the chosen one.
He's the champ, the WWA champ. To me,
And yeah, that was Zbyszko's thing, is he felt as if because Bruno handed down the living legend to him, that he had the ownership of it. But he did not hand down the gimmick to Jericho. Really, he was just fishing to come in and work the story with Jericho.
Who is obviously being a little lenient since this is for the World Heavyweight title.
I think during the promo, he also buried Chris Jericho for being too small to be world champion. But Jericho's an inch taller than Zbyszko.
Absolutely. You got to be lenient when it's all on the line. The world. There's a beer. There's a beer.
There's a beer.
I bet Brian would open his mouth if he
That's
knew that
got to
was
be an
coming.
indie wrestler.
And it's
Where he
Christopher
took
now
the
being
beer
choked by
from.
the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, as they make their way back into the ringside area of the Aladdin. Beautiful theater here.
That's
Playing
gotta
close
be an
to the
indie
World
wrestler.
Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly
An inch does matter
we look forward
in that
to coming back here
situation.
very soon for another pay-per-view from the WWA, and certainly showcasing great talent like the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, and Brian Christopher, who takes Jarrett's head.
Who takes Jarrett's head
Right into the staircase at ringside.
and does a thing with
The
it.
chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, certainly has been in a number of epic battles, certainly has seen his share of opponents over the years, and has survived here in the World Wrestling All-Stars organization since the Revolution, or rather the Inception
Captain
pay-per-view,
Lou.
which aired back in January here in the
Oh,
United
we're raising the
States.
roof.
Here
It's
comes
2002.
Christopher. Oh, does not connect.
Jeff's seen a lot of great opponents, held a lot of great titles, but I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Larry Zbyszko had a tendency to go into business for himself quite a
Notice how Jeff talks
Quite a
during
bit.
the show? Kind of puts me over, doesn't it?
Well, he certainly seems to have some sort of connection to you.
Hey now.
I know.
The shared philosophy of doing whatever
Larry
it takes
Sanders
to-
show.
Right on. That's what I was going to say. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff really is better now. I think Jeff,
Christopher whipped into the turnbuckle.
he just got overexposed. Even in this era, where he's every secondary startup company's top guy. It's too much Jeff.
Critical maneuver by Jeff.
And I love
Brian
Jeff.
Christopher's in a lot of trouble, it looks like.
You gotta
But
wonder,
Jeff in
folks,
his
at what
current
point
spot is perfect.
does Brian Christopher realize what he's up against here?
2002, Tom McCartney asked, what were we all into in 2002? I was
He has shown on more than one
14,
occasion what he's worth.
13,
He has
14?
shown when put to the test what he can do. To the top rope.
very into
Body block. And a
Our
reversal.
Lady
That'll do it.
Peace,
Two. We've got
Trouble Charger,
No, we don't. But it was close.
Matthew
Very
Goodband.
Jeff Jarrett is
Also,
getting
I'm
all
not from
the handle,
Canada,
then some
so
from Brian Christopher. A lot of
whatever.
family pride here, the Jarretts and the Lawlers. That was a big competition.
Yeah, Jeff's feud with Angle was good. Jeff was good.
Now it's carried over.
It's just because Jeff didn't have a supporting cast,
There it is, the sleeper
either in the
hold
WWA or TNA or any of these groups.
of the chosen one,
Just
Jeff,
Jeff, and you just overexposed. Plus, he became a product of the time.
If he has his way,
And
putting to sleep the challenger for the World Wrestling All-Stars World
2002 was a very
Heavyweight
annoying
Championship
time period in our world's history.
of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Hey, if Jerry's kid bounces back and wins, you want me to sing You'll Never Walk Alone at the end of the telethon?
Chosen one cinching in now on Brian Christopher. As he cinches in that sleeper hold in Brian Christopher, it may just be a matter of time.
He's going down.
Walks into the Revolution and walks
Yes,
out
Randy,
of
I
the
agree
Revolution,
with you. Jeff was
holding
too
the
much
WWA
Jeff.
World Heavyweight Championship. Now, all it takes is 3. There's the 1. There's the first. Brian Christopher now looks all but out. As that sleeper hold, there's
That's what we need at the end of a 3-hour show is a long chin line.
a winner in the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
And that's another thing with Jeff. Jeff,
Oh, wait a minute.
That was a muscle spasm. He's
because
out.
at this point,
Something.
Jeff wasn't so much different from what was happening that he was unique. Like, he was trying to work 2000s WWF main event style. Whereas now, he's being Memphis as fuck when everybody else is doing, like, this super crazy Will Ospreay Ricochet style. And he stands out. That's why I think he's better now.
What a reversal by the chosen one.
Christopher now lands on his feet. Oh, beautiful kick by Brian Christopher to the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. As both men obviously feeling the fatigue of their
From this
efforts
long
both
match
here
that's been
in
happening
hopes of
for 10
winning the
minutes.
World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Championship final match.
And Ziggery kick by Brian Christopher knocks
Like,
Jarrett
when you
for a loop.
watch Jeff, he's fine.
Boy, these two superstars are giving
It's
their all.
not bad. Exactly, no, you stick it. This match is not bad. It's
Out
just
at the very last moment.
I gotta
not a
give
main
Jeremy, he
event.
said before the match that Brian Christopher would take
They're
this
trying to do an
opportunity,
epic
make the most of it, and let his hunger come to the forefront. Give him
WWF
a
pay-per-view
chance.
main event.
He
They
has a
don't
chance right
have
now.
He certainly does.
all the
On the verge of
pizzazz to
winning a
go
world
with it.
championship. It's an amazing effort. Come on, Jeff.
And certainly don't think for a moment that Brian Christopher doesn't realize the opportunity that's been given to him by Bret the Hitman.
Oh, Tornado DDT, nice.
Tornado DDT.
Jeff, foot,
2.
Foot.
Oh, very good call, Mark Madden. Heads up. Veteran maneuver. Jeff Jarrett really is one of the only, and I do mean only, wrestlers you can call in this.
Yeah, dude, those
business.
old
Both
Memphis
a
guys
veteran
could literally
and
show
a
up to
youngster.
TV.
Still very young,
If the TV show
but yet
started at
has
10,
a
they could show up at
veteran-like
like
experience,
9:58
work ethic.
and just do an hour. Oh, fuck, Jeff.
Said flip into a power bomb on the floor.
Even with the mat, that is a nasty bump.
Outside, Jeremy.
Brian Christopher now. taking
Exactly,
the
and that's what
second
Jeff Jarrett was. Jeff Jarrett was Axe Body Spray the wrestler
Nothing bad can
at
happen
this
out here
point.
except a little pain, and Jeff Jarrett knows the meaning of the word pain.
Oh, there's a thumb to the
Oh, Jeff with a little Superman punch.
Be careful.
Get out of the way.
Oh, he blasted Marty Elias with that kick.
We better get out of the way.
And again,
What's
because
going
they're doing a
on?
2000s
Now,
WWF main event,
Get up. Get up. There's
gotta have a rough
chicanery
bump and
going on.
weapons.
Hey,
And
all's fair in love and war, and I'll tell you what.
also, that's
Brian
not how you hit somebody with a
Christopher, while the
chair.
referee is
Also,
down
that's
right
not a
here in
chair
front of
that
us
you
at the
hit
announce
somebody
table,
with.
Taking this opportunity to use a chair against the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Get up, Brett.
Oh, I'm
There's
sure Brian
chicanery
Christopher
afoot. Come
reeked
on.
of Axe.
Oh, what's Christopher going to do
Hip
now?
hop drop.
He has goggles.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what the opportunity is. You know what's coming here.
What? Tell me what?
It was funny in TNA when he cut that promo at the beginning where he's like, I'm Brian Lawler, I'm a serious wrestler now. And then the match after that, he did that with the goggles.
1, 2.
Because he couldn't,
Don't confuse
he had to
the
make
fans.
sure everybody knew he was still Grandmaster Sexay, doing indies on the
Are
weekends.
you kidding me?
Pulled him out of the ring. The one referee pulled the other referee out of the ring. They have dueling referees.
Referee Slick
Marty
Johnson.
Elias is up from that super kick.
Where's the referee?
Yeah, where is Billy Joe Travis when we need him? That is right, Zahav. We're gonna have the referees fight. Oh!
Little six-string symphony.
I always love when Jarrett would hit people with the guitar during a match when the ref's distracted, as if the refs can't see all the debris in the ring.
And has pulled
Again, the referees are fighting.
by Slick Johnson.
That's a bunch of crap. The referees can't fight each other.
Slick Johnson.
They didn't have anything else for this match, so they're like, shit, let's just create an issue with these referees.
The referees are going at it. The referees. We're out of time, folks. We're just about at referees going at it.
Wait, that's how the show ends? We're out of time? Oh, Slick Johnson with a good bump. Yeah, the Brian Christopher goggle spot does kind of look like the Jun Kasai spot. That's a good call, Rudrick. I'm so confused.
Jeff Jarrett has the belt. Brian Christopher, now he has the belt.
All the refs are down. I think there were only 2 refs booked on the show. Oops, nut shot, of course. Of course. Attitude Era, baby. Again, all the debris in the ring. The belt's in the ring. He's not looking at the shoulders. He's looking at Jeff Jarrett's balls. Jeff Jarrett keeps the belt. The perennial champion. The secondary startup promotions in the 2000s. Jeff Jarrett. We love Jeff Jarrett, but this was his low point.
The chosen one, your
chosen one, the world champion.
Jeff Jarrett appears to have somebody's blood on his face.
Your champion, walking out of the Revolution, is the chosen one.
And you can tell that's a new belt because it is bent, which leather normally shouldn't do. And that's the end of the show. They went too long. They went way too long.
We appreciate your participation here this evening. We look forward to seeing you again real soon. Please drive safely.
Drive safely. He says to all those people that are probably staying at that casino. Seriously, that is one of the best Sabu bumps ever. And it's on this show. I'll probably have to cut this off of the final edit, because I just realized this is that song I had to mute earlier. Revolution. Anyways, this is just a highlight package. Before I go, this is what we'll be watching Wednesday on WCW Deep Cuts Live.
With a big splash, and it was a big win for the soldiers at Bash at the Beach.
Well, Kurt Hennig may hate rap, but...
Alright, so that's it for tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who's hung out with me for the last almost 3 hours. Supersized edition of Off the Grid. Special big thanks to those of you who helped out the digital tip jar. Again, my PayPal and my Venmo are both not that Tom Green. No pressure to donate, but hey, if you have a few bucks, it helped me out after the shitty weekend I've had. But anyway, I'll be back on Twitch this Tuesday for WCW Deep Cuts Live, and then I'll be back on Twitch again next Sunday for a special bonus WCW Deep Cuts Live that will never make it to YouTube because we're going to watch Ready to Rumble, and that is a movie, and movies cannot be streamed on YouTube. But I'll be back 2 Sundays from now for another edition of Off the Grid, Twitch and YouTube. So I'm gonna give you guys the end of your evening. Be good to each other. Go to bed. God, this week needs to be better. This has been Off the Grid. Good night.